Oh, wait. Here's one for the. This is. I'm sorry. I'm going to scare some of you guys. What's the scariest plant in the forest?
Poison ivy.
Bamboo.
What?
It's like he was destined to be bullied.
I'm scared if I stop talking to him, he'll kill himself.
We're like, we should go there and kill that guy.
Yeah. Let's rape him.
The Brian classic.
Let me out. I want to go home.
You think the terrorists would spend more money to be on first class?
It's fucking freaks. Like,
What, you can't afford one subway? What are you, poor?
What?
I own this thing.
Person that...
Sir? All right, we got the recording started. Everybody's
So how was your day, Brian? Let's actually go back to catching up a little bit more.
Yeah. Let's see. I slept in, then I got up and did work, and then Sam called me at fucking 5 or 4 o'clock and like, by the way, we're doing a podcast. Sorry for the short notice. And then I was like, all right, cool. And I was getting ready to hang up, and he's like, so anyways, about TwitchCon, are you going to come to TwitchCon? I was like, I don't know. You asked me this a couple hours. I haven't mulled it over. And then
you kind of hinted that you were like, stop pestering me was the general vibe of the.
I don't think there's enough beds in this place for fucking.
Brian has like not a great talker on the phone. Poob on the other end, like when you talk to Poob, he's very much like, how you doing, man? Like it's a great phone conversation. With Brian is like, why am I still on this?
I fucking hate my phone, dude.
I don't see the end of this conversation coming anytime soon.
I'm not playing games. I don't
Brian
want to talk
on the podcast too.
Oh my god! It's because the only times I pick up the phone is for a doctor to tell me I need to go in again, or a dentist. So
that's how you talk to your dentist? Was that how you talk to me? Jesus Christ! That guy. Yeah. I basically got really curt. I got like a really curt phone call from me inviting someone to go stay at a place.
I was in the middle of something. That's why, and I was like, "Fuck! I have to do something."
Jeez. And we put and look at this. I put you front and center in the sticker thing. Front and center, and you treat me like that. A guy that looks that nice treats me like that on the phone. Can you
like
believe
absolute
that?
Shit,
Brian, you're gonna get a big cut from those sticker sales.
Yeah, I had to put him front and center because his head's the fattest. It would look weird if one of the thin-headed guys was in the middle.
No,
it would look. It's the balancing.
Those are a thing.
No, they're not, because I can't find a good. I'm testing the stickiness of the stickers.
I don't. Prototype.
I've heard of someone releasing stickers.
Using printful stickers after you tanked my brand. Oh man.
Well, these aren't printful stickers. These are from another company. I'm testing
higher level
company.
Yeah.
Don't tell them.
Let's not talk about that. I'm not gonna do insider secrets, but I got the inside scoop on their stickiness. What adhesives they use, chemical compounds and stuff. I'm just doing some testing. These are pretty good. The printful ones, I went to go stick them on the wall, and they just fell right off.
Yeah,
it was pretty pathetic. It has the same stickiness as a sticky note that you put on the wall and then move it to a different surface, and the second time it just doesn't quite grab.
After you run it through a fucking dog bed.
Yeah,
that's about as.
The printful stickers come with hair already attached to the sticky side. Not good. It looks like they put it down on carpet first.
It's for that vintage look.
These are in the future probably. I was gonna do like a sticker sheet with a couple different things.
Metal though, it's weird. You didn't buy a magnet.
Yeah. Anyways, so we were like ready for. I was getting ready for TwitchCon.
Yeah.
And this one seems, for all the fucking patrons out there, like if you guys aren't in the loop talking to somebody that's like a Twitch person or YouTube person, like seems to be the convention to go to. Because there's been like a gap for 2 years or whatever.
Yeah,
there hasn't been 1.
3 years.
Yeah, can't wait to get COVID and fucking monkeypox.
Everybody seems to be going, and I was so stoked to go, and we found this place. That
is it like a
I'm gonna go back
theme
there,
park?
dude. No, I'm gonna go back.
I'm gonna break in. I'm gonna break in on there.
I'm gonna rent it out.
I need to see.
Yeah,
this.
you got to see this place. I found this like. So for the patrons, I found this Airbnb and I was like, we'll get a big ass place. I'll get the boys there and we can do podcasts in this house. It's going to be so badass. This house is like right up my alley. And boy, it's so fucking nice.
You told us. You told me about it.
Look at that house.
You're like, Poob, you're going to love this place so much. I got this amazing. You didn't tell me you had to like wait to see if you were going to get confirmed for it or not.
I paid a fucking deposit.
You were like,
you had to pay a deposit.
You're like, look at it. It's so fucking nice.
It's
like,
listed.
You're going to love it.
And they undeposited you?
They say the fucking hosts are like they respond and everything. So I did my application. I didn't know it was like pending reservation. I thought it meant I had reserved it
to all my friends, and I was like, "This is the coolest house I've ever seen."
The one that looks like a telephone from above. Is it that one?
No, it's I don't know which one. Hold on.
In the street view.
The one that looks like a telephone. Which one
what
is it?
makes this place interesting is it's on Airbnb. It's fucking swag, and you know it's a big deal if it's a historical place. It has a historical plaque outside of it. On Google Maps, you can drag your little guy into the house because it's a public historical building. It looks like shit from right here.
I was gonna say that's the house. It looks like a fucking little hut.
This is the house.
Look behind you. Okay?
Yeah, look behind you. You shut your fucking mouth.
Oh yeah, there's a beach.
No, okay. This place. Wait till you go in here. Yeah, wait till you go in this place.
Okay, let's see.
This
I can't see from
how do
here.
I get in?
Like
I want in
hut right now. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I gotta re-drag my guy.
Show the Airbnb pictures.
Nah, because these are 360 pictures.
Ooh, okay.
This place is so fucking cool. That's like the front door. It's like split level. Look, podcast up there in the landing. Are you kidding me? At the lagoon, at the little pool.
Fucking go anymore.
Right over here at this swag play. This could be a real meeting of the minds. Me and Poob over here. A little 20-minute little convo, maybe.
What is that on the wall?
It's a conversation piece. Who knows what it is?
I thought it was like a sex dungeon. Fucking
Let's have a conversation
strap somebody onto it thing.
Yeah, I'm pissed. And what sucks is like I put in the reservation for this. They waited until the time for it expired because you get like 24 hours or something like that. They waited till it expired and then they sent me a long message. They're like, we're really sorry. There's like a long-term guest that's there, and they keep like re-upping their thing.
What a fucking puppy garter.
Yeah,
bro.
It's because the place is too swag. They don't want us to have it.
It's a pink couch. See all the pictures on it too, like on the Airbnb. It just looks it's a little conversation pit.
Yeah, Jesus, look at this.
Christ. Oh my god,
dude. I'm sorry.
No, that's the patrons. They don't care about audio quality. They're really cool. What are they playing out there?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think fucking Uno.
Fucking Uno.
That sounds like the normal conversation level for an Uno game. A pretty exciting Uno game.
We'll probably get stabbed.
Yeah. No, this place was cool as hell, man.
Dude, the new place, no offense, is a big piece of shit compared to it too.
Yeah,
well,
the
now
new
that
place,
I've seen this one, I mean,
yeah.
Like,
even your dog's like, I'm gonna go handle that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on here with this shower. This shower kind of sucks.
Dude, we could all stand around while someone takes a shower.
Yeah.
Circle them.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't even want to keep looking at these. It's like
I want to go into like the lower areas. God damn it! Oh yeah, here's one of the lower bedrooms. Nice fucking
sick.
Nice cool place. But the new place, it's nice. It's just not hitting as much as
it's like nice in the way that when you first told me, you're like, you're gonna love this place. Look at the pictures. I thought of the second place. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like a clean little, like
new modern
looking,
place.
Yeah. And then I saw this and I'm like, oh my god, this is the coolest fucking house I've ever seen on Airbnb. And then like a day later, I check, I've got like 300 messages in that San Diego group chat, and it's fucking all bad news.
Cecil Roper house.
300 just sad messages.
It's a historical fucking landmark. We could have been a piece of history. And not only that, but just the fact that like right out the door, Bizzle's like, hey, that's really close to me. And like the beach is right there,
Yeah, there's a beach, yeah.
It sucks. But now, like, honestly, the new Airbnb is even closer to Bizzle. So
it looks,
why don't we just stay at Bizzle's house? God.
Bizzle.
right next to him.
He offered, but I don't think he offered for like 6 people or however many people are staying. We could
more expensive too. Is this new one more?
The second place is double the price. This place,
dude, this is fuck. I don't know. Why did you picked a?
Stop. We need right there. Okay, because here's the thing. No, it wasn't that. Stalt started looking that each place has rules. There's a rules section, and a lot of these places have like little devices that are like audio levels are monitored, and if it goes over a certain decibels, the cops are automatically called. They monitor with like cams to make sure that like you're not having X amount of guests. They're real sticklers about stuff.
X amount of fun.
Half the people, this place included, doesn't have air conditioning, and so I was like, okay, I need air conditioning first of all. I'm not sleeping in a house that's hot, because not only do San Diego, they don't have. That thing better be breezing. It better be a constant, basically the equivalent of a high ceiling fan, like a ceiling fan on the highest setting. Because I sleep in a house that's 72 degrees year round with the ceiling fan on high at night, and I can't function without like wind pressing me down on my bed at all times. And for some reason, for a place that it's the norm to not have air conditioning, they don't have fucking ceiling fans. Half these places don't have ceiling fans.
Yeah, I don't. What do you?
Fuck that
do you have to pack a box fan or something?
I don't. No, that's like, God, that would be so white trash to just show up with a box fan. I keep myself cooled up, but I'll do it if it means I sleep comfortably. I'll fucking do it. But so, anyways, I filtered by a couple things. One, we had to make sure there were less rules. Two, I wanted to make sure there was fucking
rules.
You manually, insane. You can go through. This place is. They're like, I don't fucking care. Just don't smoke inside and don't like break our stuff.
1984.
And then, but you want to know the biggest kick in the balls for the whole situation is I invited Stalt. I figured, hey,
Stalt's coming. That's the biggest kick in the balls.
No. This is the biggest kick in the ball. I figured we haven't like met him. He's part of this, dude. Like we should meet this guy. We should commingle with him, or else if he doesn't come, dude, I know we could fire him in an instant and get an editor for much cheaper. Oh, Poob just like froze for a second. It looked like he was. Wait, we can fire him for cheaper? Freeze frame. He's running up to upstate New York right now. Here's your pink slip, bitch.
Yeah.
So we need to make him a tangible person in our lives so that he, would feel bad if we fired him. That's why I'm inviting him, because he's right. I've already filled out the pink slip. I was just waiting for an opportunity to give it to him. But he was like, I'm coming. I'm like, oh, I can't fire him now. So anyway, so we booked our plane tickets, right? And I was like, hey, I arrive at, and he says, oh, I arrive at too. And so we were like looking at our plane things. He has a layover. I got a layover. We're on the same plane. Now here's the kick in the balls.
What?
I own this thing. Right? I'm his, the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm his boss. He's flying first class and I'm flying coach.
What the fuck?
He's never flown in his life. He's like, I'm going to do it up. I'm flying first class. And so I'm, as the boss, I have to pass him by. I have to walk by him while he's there with his champagne. He's going to be sitting there with his fucking glass of wine and his like steak dinner in his first class seat.
You deserve that. If you make as much money as you do and you didn't get first class or even business. Like you're wanting the fucking back of the plane, dude.
The economy,
what are you doing with all the Patreon money? What are you doing with their?
It's going into the fucking stock market because I believe in this country. All right, that's where it's going.
Hoarding treasure. That's what
I can sit in a chair, in a cramped chair at the back of a plane for 6 hours. I went to go. I was like, hey, you know what? It would be fun if I upgraded and we got to sit next to each other. It was $900 to upgrade for one flight. Nope.
Boy, I'm a long flight, no.
I am gonna fucking give him a salute and said, sir. In that moment when I pass him and he's sitting in first class and he watches me walk by, he's gonna be the boss for that one moment. I'm gonna be his underling.
And when he gets off the plane way before you, and he's waiting outside with a little fucking sign, then well, I guess that'd make you his boss again if he had a little sign with your name on it. But
I will respect him so much less if he doesn't trip me on my way to the fucking back. He has to stick a foot out in the aisle as I go by because I'm gonna be carrying he'll have like a butler carry his luggage in for him or whatever. I'll be sitting there doing this, or
does he think he's gonna make money at TwitchCon or something?
He told me he had business cards printed out already. He said it's all about appearances. He wanted to show up to San Diego, as like a big deal. So he's got first class. He's got the limo waiting.
No one's gonna see him.
He said there's a lot of room in the limo. He's not letting me ride in the limo. I have to call an Uber. But yeah, that's fucked up.
Well, he doesn't want to be near you.
Yeah, somebody should fucking crash that plane.
Somebody should.
I was trying to convince him because he's never flown before. I was trying to convince him. I was like, dude,
you should try flying the plane. You've never flown before.
I was gonna get a seat next to him and just freak him out the whole time. I was gonna be like, oh my god, that usually doesn't happen. We're dying. We're gonna
never flown before. Oh my god, he's gonna be horrified.
Yeah, that's why I want to be there to hold his hand.
When you hear those noises, you're like, well. This is really how I go down. Like this is my end into my legacy here. And then people are gonna like go through my shit in my room and find a lot of weird stuff that I won't be able to I won't be there to explain.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really gonna get my affairs in order before this big trip. Because then
big trips, like seriously, before Idaho, I deleted my browsing history and everything. I cleaned it.
Just put a password on your computer.
Fine.
Dude, you would stump Abby. Just put a password on your computer. She can't even log in.
But see, like, well, don't you want someone to have your computer though if you die?
No,
I want it. I want it buried.
I want mine to go to someone, like a friend or something. Yeah.
I would say, you know what? You can have it, but I want someone to run a really big magnet around the outside for no reason. Just like
Wouldn't it be funny if you could see if you could pick it up with this big cartoon horse magnet?
Yeah, that's my last final thing that I wanted, but then you can have it for sure.
Testament.
Yeah,
he said he wanted you guys to try to pick it up with this magnet he provided. See which angle you can get it from the best.
It's like the Better Call Saul.
Oh wait, do you still have you have that little caricature mug? Someone
sent,
yeah,
shit.
Someone sent me in a mug that's pretty badass, and it's not quite as cool as that one, but it rivals it.
Oh,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, I had to pay fucking hard money for mine, but oh my god,
it's like a fucking huge. Yeah, it's like a goblet or whatever. Bigger than a goblet.
Goblin it.
The first one is just someone sent in this big fucking head.
Oh, it's a head,
which is so wild, and it comes with a little plaque that sits in front of it that just says "He watches," which I know is mysterious.
Have you drank out of it?
Yeah,
no, this one Kool-Aid out of it.
Yeah,
this one's kind of funny because I was telling Abby about it, and the letter that came with it, the guy's like, yeah, I got I got engaged, and my fiance, we're gonna move in together, and she said you have to get rid of this. It's ugly as fuck. I refuse to have it in the house. And I was telling Abby, and she's like, she hadn't seen it yet. She was like, oh, that's mean. That's not a really good start to a relationship if you make your betrothed get rid of something that they made in middle school. That's fucked up. You should embrace them. And then she saw it and she's like, Jesus Christ. I would get rid of that fucking thing too. Is it sitting on the mantelpiece? Like, what the hell?
I'm sentimental enough. Like, it would be so hard for me to send a fucking something I made in middle school to an internet stranger.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like, I would give it to my parents or some before then, or maybe they
wouldn't want that.
But yeah, maybe this guy
found a good home because this.
No,
this
I mean that's
tight.
cool, but
yeah,
like, wow, that's brave you. I gave my my first driver's license I ever had to Wubby during Creators Clash while I was hammered as an apology for an earlier
kept it
something and a potential bad scenario. Turns out it wasn't bad at all, but yeah, I gave it to him. I'm like, here you go. I want you to have this. And I'm just fucking hammered at the casino. And now every once in a while I get a DM that's like him or his girlfriend like holding it up somewhere in public. It's got like my full fucking name and address on it. Like horrified that's gonna get out there. So I'm like, oh, we're getting it back.
I was gonna say, do you want us to get it back? Yeah.
Honestly, it's kind of funny getting like knowing they still have it. But yeah, maybe I'll fucking beat the shit out of him and pull it out of his wallet.
I told Peanut we were coming to San Diego, and he kind of scared me a little bit because you've met me. I'm Shirley Temple guy. I'm a father of 2.
Animal
I'm not
crackers in my soup. Like that kind of.
I'm like I'm middle aged now. And I messaged him. I was like, "Hey, I'm coming to San Diego." He's like, "We're gonna get you so fucked up."
I was like concerned about like you guys hanging out. And like at Creator Clash, they kept being like, "Where's Sam? Like you'd love this." I'm like, "Oh,
he would be in bed.
He would not be at the casino at 3 a.m. Like there's not a goddamn chance." So that'll be good though in San Diego. I'll hang out with you guys during the daytime, and then at 9 p.m. when I tuck you in, I'll go out and explore
when I climb up into my top bunk
with your big cotton fucking
pajamas
with
and
ball on the end. Yeah. You take your lantern up there,
read a fucking book, a bedtime story.
Yeah, quiet down there.
Dad jokes to make you crack up.
Yeah. Oh, the other one was this thing. It's like a little.
That thing's pretty.
This one's cool as hell. It's got it's kind of freaky when you actually look it dead in the eyes down the barrel. You know,
it won't look at you. It doesn't make eye contact.
Never watching me.
No, it's looking at you now. It's dead ass looking at you.
I would just be like sucking on the nose of that.
What?
I love how the dark brown looks like mutton chops.
That's what I thought it was at first. Little mutton chops on there.
Really badass.
I want to get into pottery. Like I could just make fun little things. And
you know what's fucked up is like making an actual cup, is hard enough. And I know that if we tried pottery, this would be the first thing we attempt. We're not gonna make a cup. We're gonna make some fucking diabolical shit like that.
Fucking brain.
Diabolical. It's the most diabolical thing ever.
Yes.
Fucked up psycho head.
I would have given this thing for ears. I would have given them 2 mug handles so you could do double fisted.
Yeah,
that would be sweet.
Oh, he made that guy earless. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, and his head's fucking weirdly shaped. This guy, it looks like he's trying to make Abby's chinlessness. Really, just a soup dribbler right down into the old shirt collar.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, this thing's badass.
Soup dribbler.
You should have given him a beard or something to cover it up. I don't know.
I was gonna do is I was gonna fill it with something and then put like the chia seeds on it and grow him some hair out the top.
Cool.
Put like fucking ramen noodles in there. And scare your kids. Think you're eating some guy's brains.
I'm gonna go put this back away on the shelf.
Put flaming hot Cheetos in it. And they'll be like, "Whoa, that's so diabolical." Some guys, a couple of people have asked me if they can send you stuff to send me.
Some guy already did that. He sent in a watch, like link remover kit, and he's like, "Hey, I'm sending in a watch. I didn't get the watch, but he sent in just the kit. It might be in later.
I actually could use that because my watch, my wristband for it's busted. So
there you go. You can give it to him on TwitchCon.
But he's like, I'm sending you a swag watch to go with it, and then you can size it correctly. He's like, if you don't like the watch, if it's too swag, give it to Poob. It would be right up his alley. And I'm like, I have a Apple Watch. I'll just give it to you.
My cool metal watch. I was playing soccer one day, and then my friend's like, look, and he held it up, and like, I don't know what happened. I mean, you shouldn't play soccer with the watch anyway. It was like a party thing, and it looks like a goddamn car somehow ran over it. Like we were like lightly playing soccer in the backyard, and like I still don't know what the fuck happened, but it's eviscerated.
My first pair of glasses, I just my eyesight wasn't bad enough. Like now, if I take them off, it's like, what the hell? The world's all fuzzy. But before, it wasn't bad. It was just like I couldn't read the whiteboard across the room. Oh. And so when they just fell off, I wouldn't immediately realize it because I also had like frameless glasses. And I remember my neighbor, like Morpheus style, just nose clip. No, they were like just like the arms like attached onto the lens.
Oh,
weird. Like there was no frame on the glass, and my neighbor like came over with it was like lenses, and then the fucking arms were just wrapped all together because he had ran over him with the lawnmower and they just went shooting out the side and they had just been completely warped. And yeah, that was a fucking one. My mom was so pissed.
My glasses so often when I was a kid, like in elementary and junior high, just from, you know, like playing around. Or once, you know, those football things that people like run and push. They're like, it's kind of like a punching bag.
Yeah.
Like people run into them.
Yeah.
I just followed like probably honestly maybe my current roommate, just one of my like huge friends, ran through it, and then I was up next, and I was like, yeah, like let's go, and I caught it on the swing back, and it like knocked me out almost, and broke my glasses like down the middle.
Oh my god!
Nose. I just like
complete like
back, yeah,
the nerdiest way for them to break,
So
right down the middle,
and then I get to tape it up, and look cool,
yeah.
Oh man,
like fucking Chucky Finster.
My parents were always pissed. So I just had to have like the shittiest glasses because they're like, you're gonna bust them.
There was like the kid that was. Idiot. Have you ever seen a kid that's like? It's not just a coincidence he's bullied. It's like he was destined to be bullied. And
poor guys, but yeah.
There was a kid whose name was Billy. And he
I thought you were gonna say his name was like penis.
Everybody just called him Billy. And they never said just like Billy. They always said his name like funny because he was that kid that just always had snot. Like a perpetual just river of snot coming out of his nose.
This was
way past the age. Yeah, like, he was like 10. Like he was too old for that shit.
Yeah.
And his parents were like, "You keep fucking dropping your glasses. You already get your ass kicked at school. Nobody likes you. Fuck it. We're getting you sports goggles, and you're gonna wear those exclusively." And so he would be.
I'm like, yeah, no, like you can't, Mom. Like I'll get fucking destroyed. Like I cannot wear sports goggles.
Would be there in math class with fucking sports goggles. It looked like he was ready to go to the public pool. He wore them all the time. Just fucking. He had this thing, and it was so funny to see his hair like. Always just caught up in the elastic band.
There's a kid at my school that wore those like only when doing athletic stuff. You know what his name is?
What?
I have no fucking idea because everyone called him Goggles his entire life. He had those. I only know him as Goggles, and like we were friends for a while, like in a class.
You were friends with Goggles.
I don't remember his name at all, but I just know everyone. Everyone's just like, "Hey, Goggles," and he just went with it because it's like. Yeah, he looked like that kind of kid, like bubble, maybe pop. In high school, he wasn't as nerdy, but it stuck. Like it was there.
That kid was.
That's kind of a funny name too.
Though.
Yeah,
it's just weird. It's like not a lot of people in my nicknames weren't like a big thing in my school. It's just this guy got
So if you have one, you've earned it.
Yeah.
And people don't question it at that point. They're saying this guy's name's Goggles. You ever see people like go that transition in between like elementary and middle and then middle and high? People will take that opportunity because you get a new injection of kids into each school. So you can come back and be like, I'm a different guy. It's time to reinvent. Yeah, you get a little bit of that during summer, but Billy, between elementary and middle, you would think, hey, I'll get a haircut. I'll tell my mom to get me some actual fucking glasses, and I'll come back as just a normal kid. I swear to God, week 1 of 6th grade, he was like, everybody's like commingling and talking and stuff. Cause that's like a very middle school's at the age where it's like, we've realized it's not too cool to just sit there and like play like weird kid games. Like talking and socializing is like,
I was a kid too long.
Is that what it was? Well, everybody was very much just like, middle school is like the clickiest of the school groups, I think, or ages. Like people get in like little circles and they won't let you in.
Yeah, maybe.
Billy was very much just like in the middle of all these like little groups, and he was like, I'm gonna try to run up this tree as high as I can go and do like cool jumps and land honestly, Naruto and power stances on like a Marvel character. And he would do that a bunch, and people were just looking at him like, the fuck's this goggle kid doing? Like running up and then landing like Iron Man on the ground, going like, fuck yeah.
You know what?
He's
true to himself though. I always like those kids because it's just like you don't give a shit what anyone thinks. Like, that is like the true alpha male is a man that will anime run in a school. Yeah, like there's just no shame there. It does not matter. Wasn't. In my school system was too small to really reinvent yourself, because it'd be like maybe once a year you get like 2 new kids, and then it'd be like they could reinvent themselves.
You
But
trick
us,
'em,
it's
yeah.
like, yeah, in high school, everyone knew me since we were fucking 8 years old, so didn't work too well.
Now that we started talking about this, I just remembered how mean middle schoolers are. I would never be.
I don't remember junior high that well. I remember like 2 important things, but not like.
I remember there was a girl that tried to reinvent herself mid-year, and she went and got like a perm. Yeah, she went and got a perm and just got like a whole new wardrobe. And I just remember people just like fucking. What the fuck did you do to your hair? You look all different. What are you doing? Like, they were just so mean to this poor girl. Just and well, you know, I wanted to fit in, so I was there with them going, "You fucking dumb bitch with your curly hair,
you fucking ramen ass head, bitch. You look dumb."
And I just remember, like, that was so fucking mean. I remember I got new shoes and people just gave me shit for getting new shoes.
That was, oh man, I love in the summer getting one new outfit and a pair of shoes, lay it out for like a fucking week before school starts. And then like that first day, just being like, "What's up?" Like, I got my new fucking shoes.
Shit,
and no one would ever say anything about any of it. And
no, everybody would do that. And I remember there was like the people that would be like, "Why aren't you wearing your new shit?" Like, I remember you had that from last year or whatever. They would like give you shit if you didn't go to the new school special or whatever.
I feel like.
Oh no, mine was vile.
I did meet a girl this weekend. I guess I do have like an anecdote. I have podcast work. I've gathered a story from this weekend. I went to another wedding. Fuck.
What the fuck? Who wedding this time?
But I'll get there. But
all right.
By the way, before you start this, it is kind of a hint when everybody your age is all of a sudden your friends are getting married. Yeah.
I know. Well, yeah. Well, Seacham's like older than you'd think.
Is he?
And this friend is. He's my age, but they've been dating for like 6 years, or no, like 9 years or something.
I'll be waiting for my invite in the mail for the Poob wedding.
He'll get invited if it happens. He'll get invited. I mean, he'll probably be like fucking 50 or something. But
he's marrying a fucking cardboard character.
I met a girl. Yeah, one of my freaks. Yeah. I met this girl this weekend, and it was such a like passive rudeness from her. For me, kind of being, I was like, "Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Sam." Like, blah blah blah. Like, do you know the bride or the groom? She's like, "Yeah, we went to high school together." I'm instantly like, "Oh man, I went to a really small high school." Like, fuck, I do not remember this person at all. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And she like was kind of making me feel bad about it. I'm like, "Well, did we ever meet in high school?" She's like, "No." Okay, so nice meeting you. Blah blah blah. And then she just was like, "Yeah, I'm blank's brother or sister." I was like, "Oh." And I hadn't said any more. She's like, "Yeah, that's how everyone knows me, is this guy's sister." I'm like, "I don't know who that is. I don't know who your fucking brother is." And she was like explaining all these things. I'm like, "I've never seen you in my life." And like, and then the girl next to her went to my high school too. And I'm like, "Oh my God." Like, I might have been more cliquey than I realized or something, because they were like talking about there in all these theater productions. I'm like, I never saw a fucking play in my life at this school. Anywho, I was at this wedding. It's one of my oldest friends and current Twitch mod, Isaac. I was at his wedding. I fucked up. I almost fucked up, I guess I should say. Borderline destroyed every most important part of a wedding for him. Like, almost like when you think of the most important parts of a wedding. Okay, I wake up that morning. Oh fuck! Oh, what time is it? Oh my God, it'd be like 2 hours south and 2 hours 5 minutes. You know, I show up with like literally 3 minutes till it starts, and I run in there. I'm already like, I instantly realized I didn't see a dress code anywhere. I'm the only patron in a full suit besides the wedding party. I'm like, oh fuck! Like, maybe I overdressed a little. I'm wearing the same thing I wore to Zeecham's wedding, but even nicer. And I see like a couple people from high school I haven't seen in years. I'm like, hey guys, hey, like, is there a bathroom here? Oh, it's downstairs. There's only 2 sets of stairs down the basement. I go down there, I go to the bathroom, I come out. The bride party's on one side, the groom party's on the other. I'm wearing the exact same suit as the entire groom party. And I was like, oh fuck, like we look identical. And they're like, dude, whoa, you could like stand in with us. I'm like, ha ha ha. And then I'm like thinking, like, oh my, if I go up before them, I have to get back to my seat before they start. They'll think I'm part of the wedding party. And then it'll be like an awkward, everyone's gonna be looking at me as I'm like, hey, I'm actually going to the back row. Like, but and then I go over to the other side and the bride's side, and her dad's like, what are you doing? Like, go back over there. Get out, get away from her. And I'm like, oh fuck. So I just sat in the basement for like 15 minutes as they all walked out and met. And like as the wedding started, and I crept up and get up there, you know, I finally find my seat. And this is like not a bad part, but like, well, it's a little rude. I'm like talking to the guys next to me for this whole time. And I turn around, turns out like a girl we went to high school with and we're friends was sitting right behind me the whole time by herself. I never even noticed her. You know, my bad. We walk out of the wedding, everything's done. They give you a little baggie with bubbles and you know what they throw like the flower petals on people. You know that shit where everyone lines up, or normally it's rice or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, rice. Yeah.
I don't go to a lot
But
of like
rice
traditional
kills
weddings.
pigeons.
Okay, I don't give a shit about pigeons. So
Yeah, that's what the.
Fuck 'em.
I remember that whole thing.
I'm outside. You know, I'm lined up with everyone. The bride and groom are coming. Everyone's cheering. I blow a couple bubbles. I take the top off the tube, and I do a very boneheaded move where, as they're about to walk by me, I even made a joke to my friend, like, "What if I just fucking like shot bubbles all over? Like, just threw it on her, like dumped it on his shoes or something?" They're like, I fucking grabbed the pedals with the same hand I'm holding this vial of open bubbles with. And I'm thinking like, well, I really got to throw this pedal because I grabbed one pedal and they're, you know, they weigh like nothing. So I fucking like, bam, chuck it.
Like Gambit style?
No, yeah, I just see the bride look over and she's like, oh, Sam, what? And I look and there's a fucking wet trail from her back and all over her dress to down and like fucking on the concrete right where I'm standing because the vial was open. I shot soap all over her while she's walking past me. I'm like, oh fuck. And I like put on my sunglasses, like take a step to the right, have my friend walk there. I'm like, man, what'd you do? Like, look at this. Like the other guy I'm with that I haven't seen in a couple of years, he just turned like bright red. Was like, dude, the fuck is wrong? Like, you can't like what? That's her wedding dress. It's soap. Like it'll come out. Like, God, I hope it's not a rental or something. And then fast forward a couple hours, I'm like, I'm still thinking about that. I'm like, wow, that is the worst thing I've ever done at a wedding, and you know, that was the worst. You know, that was still the worst thing I did. But I'm like, it's over now. Like I can sit back, relax. Best man's giving his speech. I sit back, I tilt back in these plastic lawn chairs, fucking breaks while he's giving his best man speech.
They're rentals.
I'm like, oh, like almost like I fucking grab the feet off the table, rip everything with me. And I'm like, oh, God, thank God. Like, I don't think the best man didn't notice or anything, but all the people around me were like, what the fuck is that huge noise? And I'm like, you know, bright red again, like, oh fuck. That night we go to a cabin they rented in this town. Everyone's hanging out, you know, getting crazy, little cabin in the woods style. And the next morning I wake up, I'm so hungover, I wake up in the living room, like, oh, I'm gonna go crawl to a side room, like crawl in there because it's nice and dark, go back to bed. No one wakes me up at any point. I wake up at like 1 p.m. and I'm like, go out to the living room. It's just the bride and the groom in the house. And just the groom was down there. I'm like, oh, where is everyone? They're like, oh, they all left hours ago. We already went and had breakfast in town and everything. I was like, oh, what?
You're just
like,
along for the honeymoon.
Yeah, I was like,
where are we going, dude?
The cabin was their honeymoon gift, was that they had it all day to themselves. And I've been there for fucking like 6 extra hours.
The entire day.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, fuck. Like,
make room on the couch, dude. Hey, split you lovebirds.
And I like had to find my
call
shit
the middle
all over
cushion.
the house. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, I'm so sorry. All right, see ya.
Oh, I just
wait, their honeymoon was just a cabin for the day? That was their honeymoon?
It's like 2 days they had it. Yeah, because they're just saving up to buy a house instead of doing like a real honeymoon.
Okay.
Yeah, the economy's, not everyone makes so much money, Sam. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like, I hit like beat for beat, like start a wedding, fucking walk out a wedding, best man speech, honeymoon. Like 4 for 4, just something happened. And I embarrassed myself. I'm like, it felt like a fucking wedding crash. I felt like Vince Vaughn. I didn't even get laid or anything. I was just, I don't know.
Well, nobody wants to fucking
I'm not gonna get
the
fucking
bubble throwing,
invited
ear breaking
the
asshole.
guy that fucking
Yeah, I know.
cum sharks the bride as she's walking by, breaks the rental furniture. I want to fuck that guy. That guy's
Yeah, I
ruining
know.
everything.
I felt like a fucking nightmare guest or something. I was really trying to be on good behavior too. It was like all accidents, all authentic accidents. But you guys ever do that? You guys ever do any of those things?
Believe it or not, I don't get invited to a whole lot of weddings.
You didn't get oh my god, you didn't get invited to Z-Chum wedding?
No,
There's
I
a
didn't.
million comments in every fucking post about the wedding.
Wait,
See
really?
Aqua's new picture today.
No, I didn't.
They look good. It's Aqua and I I'm sure I haven't checked, but there's like 50 comments. Like, where's Sam? Why is not Sam at the best man? Where is he?
My lord.
Yeah,
I remember I saw one.
Right?
Yeah, you guys barely talked.
Yeah.
There's one that was
It
like
was.
such a deep read into it. Like, Sam went too far this time. Like, he's really got to reflect on the person he is for not getting invited to this event that like all his friends did.
I get along with Z-Chum. He's a fun guy and everything, but like I've only talked to him like 4 times. You know,
It'd be weird to get invited.
and I also like. I mean, you know this. Like, I don't have a whole lot of time for just like the streaming life is very much a late night and like afternoon. Whenever I'm trying to get together any sort of streaming thing, everybody's like, all right, man, I'm there. What do you guys say? Like 7 p.m. I'm like, I'm at like cooking dinner for my kids hours. Yeah. What about like 9:30 a.m.? I would be just drop the kids off to school. That's the perfect group stream time is 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, with all the fucking League of Legends streamers.
Yeah, they do their like early morning coffee routines and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you ever look at that? God damn it! I told I know I told Devin to ask to see it, but I did leave a very pathetic message to Z-Chum begging for an invite to his wedding, and it was intentionally just like the most embarrassing. Like, I was hoping that he would like, it was just like the most awkward video I could make. Like, just like, hey, like send me that invite. Notice everybody else is getting them, but not me. And it's like, it goes on for way too long. It's like 2 minutes straight of me asking for an invite. And I thought it was funny. And then, but I don't think he thought it was funny because he actually gave me like a heartfelt response back. It was supposed to be just an insanely awkward video. And I think I told Devin about it. I was like, you need to ask Z-Chum if he'll show you that video because it's I designed it like there's so many long pauses in between things I'm saying where I'm just smiling at the camera. Like, notice Aqua's got an invite.
He probably knows though with every good joke there's a little bit of truth to it, so maybe it's like just still felt bad.
Maybe he just made up this whole story about it being a joke
was
to
there.
save face. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Wellen did a backflip on the dance floor, triple.
I wonder if he's going to be at TwitchCon. That guy's
he will. We talked about
larger than life, larger than Wellen life size. His personality is larger than the container he comes in. He's got a lot of energy. Yeah, he's got a lot of energy.
I know. I when I'm around someone like that, I'm just like, I would love to feel that alive for
1 minute.
You're making him sound like a fucking leprechaun. Like what
when I woke up this morning and I said,
he's like tiny little man brimming with energy.
No, he's just like he's just good to go at all times. Like he's just got like a very positive demeanor to him. And I'm like, oh, this fucking wedding sucks. I'm like, your bride's a bitch. And Wellen's like, man, thanks for the invite. This was a really beautiful reception. And I was like, how do I get there? You know?
Yeah.
How do I not try to start a scene at every wedding I'm at?
When I woke up this morning, I said I was like super high energy. I was still like 25% of what Wellen is like at like before bed. Like right before he's about to lay his head down on his pillow. He's still,
you get him.
His energy level is insanely high.
After he's taken like 10 NyQuil.
Yeah. Those are a really fun type of person to
just fucking
to be around though at like TwitchCon events or like more like bars and stuff. I know you're not really into that scene, but also I mean they can backfire. To have someone that high energy at a bar, it could definitely. Sam's in like 1-bit resolution.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm waiting for my shit to come back. Okay, I think it's back now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Can you get a wave to see? Can I get a big smile? Can I get a?
Yeah.
I'm trying to like move as like blocky as possible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a funny bit.
Yeah. Wellen is definitely like, we went to like it's funny that you said that he was that high energy, because I thought maybe it was just like an off thing. He was just excited to be, because I've only met him once at PAX West like 4 years ago. And then 4-year gap happens and you're like, that guy is, he's got a lot of energy.
I've lost more energy than I ever had in my life. Like,
saps your life force.
He's still like, he's like a fucking Energizer battery. Like, how does he? He's still got it. Yeah,
like that bunny with the drums.
Yeah, exactly.
The rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a little refreshing. It was a little alarming at first because I got there.
We were scared.
I've already talked about the wedding on the podcast or no? I don't remember.
I can remember now.
I have no idea. I don't remember yesterday. But anyway, like I get there and I'm a little like, oh man,
asking me to remember stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like,
sorry. Omid and I showed up a little. Wow, I showed up a little late to a wedding, to the rehearsal dinner, and first person we see is and I'm like, oh, okay, this guy probably doesn't even know who I am. Like I don't even know if we've talked before. Maybe like during a Rust event. And he was like, oh, me, Poob, hey, man, like, come in here, like, pop champ, like, does a backflip, runs up the wall, does another backflip. And then we get into the room, and it's all Z-Chum's, like, old, like, you know, respectful-looking family and his bride's family. And Welland's like, come over, gamer picture, like, come on, pop champ. And I'm like, so...
What is he, like running a booth at a carnival? Why is he...
Fuck. I read into
Isn't that so weird to see like two circles of like family meeting social?
Well, because they probably don't even understand what we do at all, and then they're like, "Who are Z-Chum's little internet clowns that are here now?"
They probably wouldn't call him Z-Chum.
Yeah, I guess. Fuck.
Why do they keep? They have like code names. They're like a ring of assassins. They're calling each other.
Yeah, Z-Chum.
Why is that one saying Poopy or something? Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, I'm still gonna call you Poob. Like when we.
Omid and Devin don't anymore, but Devin still. You can see sometimes he'll start it and then he'll quit. But when we're around you, I'm sure I'll fucking go back.
I'm still gonna call Omid, regardless of whatever his real name is.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah. Smart. Yeah, he just seems like an Omid to me. He looks like an Omid.
He feels like one.
He's not Omid. Damn. All right.
Yeah,
could have tricked me.
Bizzle will always be Bizzle, and I love how. He's so comfortable with it. Bizzle's the most laid back motherfucker. He's comfortable with it.
Cool name for it, and it's like probably cooler than his real name. So like, no shit. But my real name's Badass, and my internet name's a mixture of Poop and Poob. So yeah, I'm like, I don't want to fucking go by Poob all the time, especially if there's babes around. Like, keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah, you don't want people to call you Poob.
I need to have like another alias that's still not Sam, but something like.
Maybe just you can be like Sam. Poob. I'll be General Sam. You just give me the full title.
Oh,
I demand a salute.
That's fine. Honestly, I'll get General. Maybe like Parb Ejon could be like a cool, sexy alias.
Oh wait, Bizzle's actual name is.
Whoa, censor that.
Is that a doxing?
I don't probably ask him first, but I cut that for now.
yeah, maybe.
I did not know that was his name. I don't think
it doesn't fit, does it? He's Bizzle.
It's not as cool as Bizzle, so no shit. He goes by Bizzle.
Yeah, he's getting called Bizzle from here on out.
Well, yeah, dude. Well, yeah, I want my name to be like Viper or something. Yeah, like, no shit.
Well, there you go. Go by Viper.
Everyone called me that.
What was your growing up? There's always. Did you ever have that I wish I was named blank?
Well, my full name is Samaritan, so it's like when I had to go by that, I'm like, oh boy. And then I always wish my name had been something shorter, like
Poob,
Egg, or Poob, Pop. No, I never had a name. I always liked my name. I mean, I never really had a problem with it. I don't like Samuel a ton, but I had a couple people call me Sammy, which was always like, eh. But it was like a small enough number where I'm like, you're fine. And then my Ohio family's always called me my full they always do the full name. I just always went by Sam though. And I was fine with it. I'm comfortable with my name.
There was there was two Sams. I was one of them. The other guy was Sam Adams, like the beer.
Wow.
And so he got always
Like
called
the founder.
Sam Adams.
Yeah.
Like
And
the beer.
yeah, like the
The
beer.
most
Or like the
notable
beer at the end.
fucking thing Sam Adams has ever done.
Yep. The
Here,
beer.
boy, come over here.
And then me, for some reason, they didn't just call me Sam. They called him Sam Adams. And then me, they just did Sam and then my last initial, which does not roll off the tongue at all. And so I just
You don't even
got,
want to. You're not
no,
gonna.
I don't even want to
initial?
start with
Yeah.
that shit.
Oh,
And it sucks because like Abby,
yeah, it
like
works.
at the other house, like Abby is such a a fucking Pinterest girl, and it was like the fucking thing to have like your last name initial on everything in the house. And so like if I ever did like a video, I would have to go in and like remove shit with our fucking last name all over it.
yeah,
But
I'm
like
pretty
front
worried
of the
about
house has like
any of those
the
wedding photos doxing the fuck out of
Yeah.
Tom and his wife. Or my friend Isaac, all of them got like now presenting Mr. and Mrs.
Yep.
Trying to block it out in the fucking background, Photoshop
Yeah.
around it. Dude, all the Sams in my school besides me were girls. I was the only guy Sam, at least until high school. So like I would get the like, oh, when isn't Samantha or whatever, but I thought it was cool. It's a good end for, you say like, well, if we got married, we'd have the exact same name. And then they just like blow you.
Yeah, it's the exact same last name, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that donut looks good.
it's a donut.
Fart and shit on
Donut
it.
looks so good.
Oh yeah.
Pink frosted donut versus taquito. Who do you guys think would win in a food battle? Smosh.
I think Smosh did that. Yeah.
Yeah, you think Smosh did that for like fucking 15 years? They did that. Yeah, I used to love that shit. It's insane thinking, like looking back on any of the YouTube videos you used to find really funny for like creators and stuff.
I feel like Smosh would still hit today. Like if they just restarted the channel.
I think they're still going, just with like obviously not that.
It's not the original cast. What is
Yeah.
that fucking like little
Is that a
chalice?
chalice?
It's
Is
a
there
little
blood in it?
goblet.
A
No,
goblet?
it's a Diet Coke chalice. One of the viewers sent it in.
Whoa.
Oh, it's so
Cheers to
having
me.
little oddities and stuff's actually pretty fun, right? It's,
Yeah.
but I've got a problem.
How do you
I
know the
got
guy didn't like piss in it?
I got like
rinse
a
out with piss.
beautiful all this shit, and I get called a hoarder. But if you get sent them in, it's like
I never put you on
It sounds like
blast.
he's a nice guy, yeah.
I'm happy every time I sign
Put me
that
on blast
paycheck.
right in front of Freddie Wong.
I'm happy to sign that paycheck, knowing it's going to more oddities that I can't have in my house.
Sign that when you physically sign it out, ship
Yeah,
it to me.
I have to write it down. I realized like I got this little snack because I'm like, we'll have a little podcast, little snack here. The patrons, they always beg for us to chew on the mic, and I was like, I aim to please and everything.
Do that.
I've realized that I have no appetite. If you guys want to lose weight, you stop fucking smoking. I'm on a tolerance break right now. I have no interest in eating these fucking pretzels. Like, what the hell?
I
they're
know.
great.
I just kind of like cut back like a week ago on. Well, I ran out, and then I also just like
The easiest way of a tolerance break.
I hadn't like when I'm not streaming much, I don't really drink much either, and I haven't been out to the bars in like a month or two. So like I just lost like 5 pounds because I just realized I hadn't drank a Voodoo Ranger in like a week, and I hadn't been high, so I hadn't like ordered a bunch of DoorDash or anything. I was just eating like one meal a day and drinking only water. It's crazy how that works.
Sure. Yeah, my wife keeps telling me, she's like, I have never seen you drink water. Like,
It's always Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke or whatever.
She's like, there has to be kidney
Water
stones
makes you
forming.
softer.
Yeah. And I say, you know what? This stuff does have water in it. And like that, the fajitas that we ate today, there's some moisture in there. I'm sure I'm getting, like, just because I get lightheaded and weak when I'm out in the sun and I'm sweating doesn't mean I'm low on.
You use that to fight with
on water.
Abby. You're like, actually, these are a little wet. They're a little too wet, actually. There's too much
These
water. in
pretzels, they got a little bit of residual moisture in them.
Those are
From the
like giving you
humidity in the
negative
bag.
water. Yeah, that's sucking
There's
water
so
out
much
of your
salt
body.
in them.
Yeah.
I might pass out by the end of this, but yeah, I'm go ahead and cut out like the last 5 minutes of this stall because I just realized that Poob was like, I only drink my sponsored beer when I'm on stream, but off stream I'm a clean boy, and I feel like as an official,
as a beer drinker, Corona is just a great summer beer. It's also not mine; it's my roommate's, so I don't even have any beer of my own currently.
I have to say that.
I legally have to say that. Yeah, I know. I kept making at Zichum's wedding. Anytime I'd see Aqua drinking anything else, well, they didn't have a Ranger there, but I'm like, you cannot smile, like you can't have fun while you drink that. Man, we had fun. Aqua's what a great guy. What a nice guy.
Is he?
All those things people say about him online are so rude.
True. Oh,
yeah, really tear down on him. I caught him crying a couple times.
Well, that is the origin of the joke.
Yeah,
is that he's such a nice guy.
Yeah, I think that makes the thousands and thousands of comments actually funny for him. If you just explain the origin, it's actually because you're a good guy. You go, oh,
wait. Tell me what his wife said when you introduced yourself.
Oh. Yeah, I was like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Sam. Because I just introduced myself as Sam. Everyone else was doing like their gamer names. Mm-hmm. It's like, if I'm in person, I'm not going to be like, hi, I am Poob. You know, I'm just like, nice to meet you. I'm Sam. She kind of gave me a look. I'm like, I'm the nice one. I'm not the other one. I'm sure you've heard about. She's like, oh, yeah, I am aware. Like, I know you're not that one. I know you're not the man that bullies my sweet husband here.
Does he like vent to her about you, Sam? Like,
you fucking know he does.
I mean, they're like life partners. They probably talk about.
He doesn't bottle that shit up.
Yeah, I think they like speak more than Abby and Sam because they're
probably.
Oh, are you talking about that woman that lives upstairs and just throws shit down the stairwell at me? Yeah.
They have some sort of bond beyond dating since 5th grade or whatever.
Yeah. At this point, we're together because we're afraid of being apart. You know,
repercussions.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
They communicate in only grunts and shit.
Keto, wet.
She just slaps the pretzel out of his hand and starts screaming in his fucking ear. Oh God.
Yeah. Oh, Brian, how are you and your girl?
We're doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you never talk about it. So why don't you take this time to talk a little about
I'm talking shit about her. All right?
He's right on the other side of that fucking door. That's why.
Right there.
Yeah.
Well, is everything going well with her visit?
Is she going to be coming to TwitchCon?
I don't know. I don't got no money for it. I barely have money for me to go. That bitch.
Don't worry, Sam will pay.
She can hike over there. She can hike.
First class.
No, I'm not. That came out of Stalt's pocket. I'm paying for the brunt of the Airbnb. I'm good after that.
Aircon. Yeah,
2 tickets.
Dude, yeah, I can't believe how expensive this place is. Like, it's stupid. It looks like a big piece of shit.
It's like a bunch of fucking storage
way
containers.
Nicer than my house, but I'm like, fuck you.
You piece of shit.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I go traveling, like I like to live in a place or stay in a place where I wouldn't necessarily want to live. Like that place is cool, but at the same time, I'm like, I wouldn't want to live there. The first one, I question whether or not I would want to live there. There's some cramped little walkways and stuff.
That's where you'd live if you didn't have a wife and kids.
Yeah, that's very much like a person that's alone because the floor to ceiling windows and like there were no walls for the master bedroom.
The pool we could have had so much fun in.
We could have, dude. I was I was pretty
nice pool. I was like looking through the pictures. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're getting like scammed right now. When you told me it got denied, I'm like, okay, I guess it wasn't a scam, but I could not believe it was like $300 a night for. I was like going to. I'm like, what? Oh,
this is the pool for the first place. It's like a little pool, but it is like a little.
Dude, like cool. I'm like in Indianapolis, you'd probably pay fucking $300 a night for just a place downtown that's got like a goddamn porta potty in it. And this is San Diego on the beach.
A shithole
on the beach.
This place not like $1,000. Also, yeah, I was concerned. Like
that is pretty cheap.
TwitchCon. The amount of Airbnbs just being gobbled up by the convention center has got to be insane.
Absurd.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm sure a lot of hosts just don't know it's happening or they'd upcharge the fuck out of it.
One of the places that would
go for like $1,000 a night almost. Like,
yeah. one of the places I was looking at that was pretty cheap in a good location. Once Stalt was like looking at the little rules and stuff, he caught on that like that was one of the places with the decibel checker, and apparently the people that own it live right next door, and they just like they're just there like watching and like we'll know, like they said all that shit. Yeah, I knew they were gonna be up our asshole the whole fucking time.
I was really worried at Eachum's wedding that because the guy was like, I live on property, and it's funny because like we drive in this town, it's like the most redneck looking racist town I've ever seen. Like the picture on Google Images of the one gas station there had Confederate flags all over it and a picture of someone being hanged. And so we're already going into
in
this,
the
like,
north. In upstate New York, there was Confederates.
So stupid.
I got all confused.
Yeah, already Omid's like, do you think I'm gonna be fine here? Like,
Oh my
I got a mullet and a mustache when I wear
Stay
it.
with us, little Turkish man.
Like, when I have a hat on, I look like I have a mullet. So like, you stand behind me, and I'll just like talk a little twangy or whatever. And we get there, and it's like, oh fuck, look at this place. It had like the creepiest name. This Airbnb. I'm not gonna say it.
No Escape
like,
Inn.
Rental was like it was basically called like. No, I can't think of anything similar.
We ride at night in.
Yeah.
The string them up in.
Yeah, it was
the old hanging tree in.
No, it wasn't a racist name. It was just the like, that's a creepy little name for it. Yeah, it's just the N-word. Yeah. No, and then we go in. We're like, where the fuck do we check in? There's a garage. And the guy's back there with just the overwhelming smell of salmon, and he sells salmon jerky. Meat buys a pack. He's like, oh, this looks nice. Like the guy, like, I was just thinking we'd walk in there and be like, hey, what's going on? Like, ding. He was just like, hey guys, like, welcome to the like my fishing place. Like, oh my god, it's so nice to have you. Like, just like really clean cut. Like, he looks like a goddamn HR guy or something. And we check
salmon jerky. That seems so like strange. I've never heard of it. It sounds like it'd be good.
I ate so fucking much. I was like almost about to throw up. My stomach was hurting really bad. Like you should not eat like a pack of salmon jerky. I don't think.
Yeah.
And you should never eat a whole thing of it. And the guy's like, yeah, I live on property, and to our knowledge, like the only thing else there was right above us with like stairs up. And then when we got drunk that night and came home, we're like, this fucking shithole, like station, that creepy ass guy selling like, I bet the jerky's made out of old patrons of this place. We're like shit talking the hell out of them. And then we like had over all these people from the wedding because we're like, you guys got to see this shithole barracks they're staying at. And we like hyped it up. They're like, no way. We get like fucking 10 people in there all being like, oh, this like fucking sucks. And we're like, we should go up there and kill that guy and stuff. And like,
you're really doing that exact same thing in Idaho. We were in the Airbnb. We're like, what if he has this place bugged? And we're like,
I'm gonna go there and fuck your sister.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck your sister.
That's the fear in Airbnbs now because like people have found cameras all over them.
Well, that's how you know if they have the camera is if he treats us like shit next time. It's like, you were listening in. We're talking about fucking your wife or whatever.
We're talking about that in Idaho too. Yeah, it's like, well, like, are you gonna admit that you're listening and be pissed off, or are you gonna let us bang your sister? Like, which one is it gonna be? And yeah, that's basically exactly what it was here, except for he was physically maybe 10 feet away.
You're gonna act like you hear us, or are you gonna fucking turn a blind eye?
Stop, or are you gonna fucking shut the fuck up? Let us shit talk you in your shithole a little longer. No, he was actually really sweet. He's like, you guys can check out whenever. We got no one else coming in for the next 11 and a half months. So you're fine. Like,
yeah, it's weird that it wasn't a huge booming business opportunity to open up an Airbnb in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Apparently it's like a town also known for salmon fishing. So like the hotel the wedding was at.
So he jerked all those salmon himself?
Yeah, he made them spawn or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure he just found those, when like you see those bloated, rotting salmon that turn gray or whatever.
The zombie ones that are swimming, they're on their last legs.
I think he just turned those into fucking jerky.
He just dragged them up onto a hot rock. Let those dry out a little bit.
Cut off little parts of it, yeah.
Not to tell Bizzle's story for him, but he grew up in Alaska, and he remembered telling me
he's so
when he was
cool.
a teen. I know Alaska sounds like such a badass place to grow up. He makes it seem like it was a hellhole because he felt so detached from the rest of the world, but it seems like there's a lot of cool things about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when he was a teenager, he said that one of his friends had a great idea of getting a big inflatable raft with a see-through bottom. And so that way they could go down a river and see everything. And he's like, it happened to be at the time when like the zombie salmon were out at the end of spawn season. And they were just, he's like, we were just looking down at the most depressing, scary shit with like, salmon were just swimming with their eyeballs popped out and fucking ribs showing in the water. And he's like, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna get the fuck off this river like right now.
Yeah.
I'm scared if I fall in here, I'll die.
Wow. Now you've said Bizzle's name and his story. What more do you want to get from him?
Fucking home state. And
I'm sorry, dude. I fucking love that guy. I can't stop talking about him.
Then why don't you marry him? God.
I should have married him. Oh.
God, I wish, yeah.
Oh, he'd be a great husband.
He actually fucking hates you.
That would be the worst to be so unabashedly like just love someone and then they just go like, whoa, fucking Sam, that guy fucking sucks.
Yeah, he's coming off a little strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't actually.
I have to talk to him every night and shit too.
Like his only fucking friends.
I'm waiting for him to find anybody else, and then I'm dropping him.
I'm scared if I stop talking to him, he'll kill himself. Blow his brains out.
Sir Winter's so much fucking Sam.
I want to go back to Sir Winter. I need to go back.
Let me out! I want to go home. I want to play Rust.
Oh man, yeah, man. I'm still like. It's kind of I feel bad because he's just like doing all like the editing grunt work for the show.
God,
I want to play some more goddamn D&D.
I know, it's like
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I want
I have more props now for my. Should I show off my I guess I can kind of show it without showing off the
advertisement.
Yeah, this is an advertisement. The tape's coming off a little. This is currently my dice shooter. Well, one of them. Load it back. Boom! Shoot it out. Pretty cool. Let me give you guys a little POV action. Oh, fuck. Wait, my new camera doesn't go as far. Because my computer's over here. All right. 1 second. I have to make sure I don't dox myself. Just my day planner.
Yeah,
just my day planner with my doctor's name and my name and
what kind of
all the places I'm gonna be.
I got this little currently. It's making my desk so overwhelming. Hold on. Okay, it didn't shoot out. Fucked it up. But also have this little one, and I added these bookends that I got. Fucking guess where I got them. Came with
the house.
Yeah, came with a pin holder one too. But anyway, I got this little catapult, and then I got the it shoots them out, blah blah blah. Now, if I get, let's say I get a critical fail, then the dice now
those
goes in the in the dunce chair. Whereas if I get a nat 20, it will go in this throne.
Whoa.
It's a very elaborate system to roll a dice, and it takes way too much time, but it's pretty badass. Here's Mother.
It is pretty badass.
This is like a very famous in my friend group doll. Used to sing.
What the fuck happened to its hand?
We burned its ears off and its hat off and its fingers one day because we were going a little stir crazy. But yeah, Mother is good to us.
That is you got a lot going on that desk. That gives me kind of.
I know
it makes me uneasy.
It makes me uneasy too. And we're doing for my other D&D session, we're doing our IRL session this weekend for like the final of it. So everyone's coming over here. I don't have to move all this shit. I'll probably put it upstairs, set it up there, make get some ambient lighting, maybe some lightning effects or something, a fog machine. And we're doing the end of it. It'll be a good time.
Oh, the final.
Yeah. This is our second little campaign. This one's taken like months though.
I don't plan on there ever being an end to ours. Ours will go on forever until our characters are of old age and then
happy.
Old folks' homes. Yeah, you'll get to experience our characters in dementia.
Season 2, like Dungeons and Daddies, they just like season 2 is just like their characters' grandkids, and they're just like kind of like their characters, but new people. Yeah, we can just do that. It's like, and they lived happily ever after, and their children have now picked up the mantle.
Is there ever a scene where their old characters are like, their new characters like, Grandpa, give me the ring, and then they do the Bilbo thing.
Yeah, it happens.
After
like
we
40
talked
times
about
an
that,
episode.
After we talked about that, I looked up the face again. That is fucking terrifying. I remember that from when I was a kid. Like that was so startling. Yeah.
Oh, holy shit, Bilbo.
You were a kid, weren't you? Like 20 years old when this came out?
No, I was actually a wee little man.
Oh, wee man. I was a wee man.
I was a midget when I was a child.
Might have remembered, the Jackass. I was wee man.
That was
yeah, that's something that I never got. I never jumped on board the Jackass train.
Half a man. Oh, Jackass as a whole.
Yeah, I never like got it. I didn't get it.
Did. How do you not get it? It's like
I don't know. I never
people doing dumb shit.
Like it's like how do you not get like Fail Army? It's like that with a little bit of personality.
Nope. Yeah,
it's just
more production value.
People fucking getting thrown around. You watch you used to watch Live Leak Deaths, but you don't get Jackass.
Well, they never die in Jackass. Is really the That's why would I want to watch a little midget survive getting launched out of a cannon?
I'm pretty sure at least one of them died.
Yeah, but they didn't catch that on camera. I don't think. They just found the wreckage
coming out.
They found the
Jackass 4.5 or whatever.
Yeah,
I used to have all those on DVD.
I did watch the Bam Margera show.
But you didn't get.
Can't say that name. It's like Jackass. Voldemort now in the Jackass world. Yeah.
Why is that? Are they? Is there like Voldemort. A big beef?
It's
speaking of which,
hard drugs or something. So they like.
Yeah, they cut him
like
off.
You didn't see that fucking pipeline happening. Like you saw the show. It was obvious where he was going in life.
Now.
It's not like I was watching Bam Margera going like, man, this guy's going to be really something when he gets older. It's like watching a train wreck. That was the whole point. But coincidentally, at the same time, the Bam Margera show was really big. And like Andy Milonakis and all that shit. That's when I did get those. They were really popular at the time. They were the Etnies shoes. I got a pair of Etnies, and everybody was just like, Sam got Etnies.
That's
I remember that. I was just like wearing Etnies. I was like, everybody else has them on. I can't be a part of this. They were just shitting on me for having Etnies. It was like when Etnies were big, Osiris's were big.
I was about to say, did you ever have Osiris's?
My brother did. My brother had
talking about him, dude.
He had them. Airwalks with Jinko jeans.
Holy shit!
He grew up during that era.
The bottom half of a person ever fucking seen. Jesus Christ! Yeah, I remember Osiris's just being like.
My brother was fat, so it was like
the
a
loudest,
great,
most large fucking shoes ever.
Yeah,
and then with Jinkos. Oh my god! You
probably Jinkos.
Your brother sounds like a fucking 90s bully, dude.
Oh yeah, he was
spiked hair and everything. No, my brother's a sweetheart.
My brother had
way
for a while one of those spiked mohawks that went like fucking so high up. He was like a very early punk looking kid in high school. I thought it was funny, and then he'd somehow pull like really hot chicks for just being like different. I'm like,
I have a mohawk.
What's going on? But I don't know.
My brother did. He somehow fit in his little room growing up. He fit a drum set, right? And then his friend, my brother, was Jinkos with the airwalks and everything. And then his friend, No Fear T-shirt, of course, naturally, puka shell necklace, maybe, a chain wallet, of course. Ooh, and then he had a friend over who had the giant mohawk that was so long. I remember he would tell my mom, he's like, yeah, I take Elmer's glue and mix it with water and I just rub it through it to keep it up.
Shit.
And he would walk through a doorway and it would fucking like lay down, like hitting the top of the door frame. And he would go in there and he would play
no more dust.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
He would play guitar and he would sing. So it would just be him screaming into the mic with the most distorted guitar of all time, and then my brother just beating away on drums in this like 8x10 bedroom, like the smallest bedroom known to man. And my mom, I remember, like, she was just sitting in the living room, and you just hear it from down the hall, just like incoherent noise, just the loudest shit possible. And in between like breaks in the noise, you would just hear curse words. And what it was is like whenever, I think the guy's name was like Jason or something like that. Whenever he forgot the lyrics, because they were basically just playing the set list of like Green Day's Dookie. Basically, they were just playing like
screaming it.
Yeah. And like whenever you'd forget the words, you'd just be like, oh, fuck.
Oh, Dookie.
Yeah. He would just like scream curse words. And my mom's like, you guys sound great, but if you could stop saying the curse words, that would be great. Like I'm not gonna have you just screaming that at the top of your lungs. You know that scene from Step Brothers?
Not looking at my phone. I'm trying to find a picture of my brother in this era. Keep going.
Remember Step Brothers
on the drum set?
Where he like goes in there and he goes like, you touched my drum set. Like he could tell. I had that moment so many times and the exact same thing too. My brother was like, I see the fucking marks down the drumsticks. These are brand new and they're fucking all marked. I know you've been playing it. Like if you're a drummer, you sit down, you kind of feel like you have everything the way you want it.
Yeah, like somebody else like sat in your car,
yeah, you know? He's like, what the fuck? Someone's been in here. He could tell every time if I had gone in there and played. And I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, whoa, loud noises, whoa! Because you have to do, I don't know what this move is, where you just go like, the Phil Collins, like in the air tonight type thing, where you just do a roll all the way down every drum. And he had a cowbell on a stand. You got to hit that a couple times, you know, and and like at one point he had like the Neil Peart, like the fucking it was way too much shit. And he had like the little thing you could like the chimes hanging down and you could like run your drumstick through it. It was tiny and he had that thing maxed out.
Dude, I feel claustrophobic as fuck with all that shit in those. And did he have like a...
He had a bed.
Like mounted to the
he had a bed and that's it. It was like bed drum set. He was really into it. My brother has more... what is that called? Like technical knowledge, and like he'll get into something and master it.
Yeah, but who lives in whose house? Okay, remember his boss. Don't ever count yourself out.
You're his goddamn landlord.
I stuck to one thing and one thing only, and that's making videos until they stuck. All right, that's the only thing I've been good at.
You're better than him. Okay, you're a better person than him.
I don't think I'm a better person than him. Probably not. No, he's a sweetheart. He's a really nice guy.
Oh my god, I've got to. Okay, I'm cropping these photos now. These are not to go, so it's like pointless for the patrons. But do not post these in there because you probably reverse image search them. And
what about a blurry
my mom's
face?
Facebook. I don't know, maybe. I just want to show you the contrast in these pictures my mom posts of like years and years ago of him and I with her. I'm gonna crop her out too, so you guys don't do like so you guys aren't fucking don't know what my mom looks like. Yeah. But just how fucked up this is, and it had like the most mom caption like. My two like equally handsome little boys or
my
whatever.
Little angels.
And I want you to see just how insanely better he looked in this photo.
God damn.
This is fucked up, dude. He ate me up. He destroyed me.
Wait, that's your brother with the with the camo jacket?
Yeah.
Why did he have he has like a chiseled jawline? What happened? He stole your jawline. What the fuck?
We have
he
different
hogged it all,
dads.
bro.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
His dad does completely bald, so you know you can't have it all.
Jeez.
What does
Yeah,
your
Dude,
dad
yeah,
look
but
like,
when you have
dude?
a jawline like that, you can go bald and it's still you got the bottom half.
Still got
Yeah.
the jaw.
I know.
If I go bald, I'm just gonna look like a fucking jelly bean with glasses. But
like a little
some
Jerry
people-
Beans man from
I'm
fucking
pretty sure
Yu-Gi-Oh!
he
or
was
whatever.
doing maybe like hard drugs during this time too.
Are you
so maybe
kidding
that gives
me?
him
Look at
that.
his eyes
dude,
and everything.
Yeah, he's fucking strung
Are you
out
kidding
right
me? He's got
Dude,
bags under his
He
eyes
looks
and
like
everything.
a young Johnny Depp in that picture. So and I look like a fucking rat. I look like a tanned
now.
rat.
Like Stuart Little if he got turned into a fucking human. God damn.
I look like Stuart Little in that. Oh my god, dude! Yeah, that picture haunts me. The full photo. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Why do you have like an insane
blossom.
underbite?
I have an overbite. I still do. I'd say like I have to. I like manually fix it. I just like try to hold it, but I should just go to an orthodontist.
He used to have an underbite. He made it into an overbite.
I think in that picture, I just for some reason gave my. I was probably trying to correct my overbite, overdid it.
Yeah.
But there's also.
I mean,
like,
does anybody look
calibrating.
at someone with an overbite and go like, "Oh, like you need to
You
get
don't
that
really-
fit"? And
you
you don't notice unless you're chinless
Well,
or something.
Yeah, you don't notice, but and also it's lucky like my bottom teeth are now kind of fucked up from not wearing my retainer, and my top teeth cover them, so it doesn't matter. I also
Feel
never
fine.
smile with my teeth because when I was a kid, I had the most fucked up little disgusting teeth in the world. My brother had the most beautiful pearly whites. Also in our house, we have like this display case of like my older brother, me, my little sister, like our feats artistically and stuff. My older brother is so insanely good.
I thought
at-
you meant like footprints,
No,
like
yeah,
feet
like,
imprints,
it's just like
in
evident
plaster.
age,
Artistically,
yeah,
though,
Yeah.
they painted toenails on them and everything.
And like my brother is. I'll have to find. I'll take a picture next time I'm there and bring it up on the podcast. Like I'll show you. There's this pottery he did of like this elephant man with like horns all over him when he was in high school, and it's like so intricately detailed and beautiful. And then right next to it's this one I did where it's like a screaming like woman like with babies stuck all over her from when I was in elementary, and I called it like motherhood or something. And it's just like this woman like with babies all over it, and then my brother has this like zen beautiful, and like the whole display case is like his incredible works of physical art, and then my like freaks I've done, and then my little sister, it's like it just like went like right over me. My little sister is like insanely good at guitar. My older brother was good at guitar. I
never got the musical mind. Yeah, like
We're
mom,
more similar
my
than
brother,
we know.
My brother was like, he did the whole drum thing. He was in the band, and he fucking just killed it in band. And then my mom was like, "Oh, we'll like obviously it runs in the family. We'll put Sam in there too." And
I wish they had put me. I never got put in. That's the problem. My little sister's been taking guitar lessons since she was like 2 years old. So
they paid for guitar lessons. They paid for trumpet lessons. They put me in band. And I was standing there with Mr. Perigo. I'm gonna dox this motherfucker. I was standing there with my mom,
you can dox
and
yourself if you're not careful.
Mr. Perigo says, just straight to my mom. I'm there. He just goes, he ain't no Zach.
Oh, dude, that would
That's
leave
fucked
like
up.
yeah, it's probably.
I remember it. It's the only thing I remember from Mr. Perigo. Is
That
just
would
like
traumatize me for life. I think.
I was just like, fuck, and he kept moving me because I was like, I want to play this, and he was like, ooh, I can hear you, and so he moved me from trumpet to baritone, and then from baritone to tuba. So he's like, you can fucking suck way back there at the back of the room and fuck up your scales, and I won't be able to hear.
Fucking face.
He's like, hide your head behind your horn or something. You fucking
With
idiot.
me, it's like I just got it a weird because my older brother and younger sister are so differently aged than me. Like my older brother, there was just like a lot of fucked up stuff with his dad growing up. So then I think it was like a lot of stuff was like, oh, here, do all these things, you know. So kind of like, oh, we feel bad for him. And then me, they were like, oh, he's fine. And then my little sister, they then started doing better. So they're like, oh, we can give her like all this little stuff, and like it pisses
Hey,
me
you're
off when I
Malcolm in
see
the
her.
middle.
I am like
Yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Malcolm's
Yeah.
like the worst character in that show. Like he's such an asshole, but yeah, it's a little like that. Except for I'm not nearly as smart as him or anything. but I've been watching that show lately, and it is
Like,
funny. There's the scene where Dewey like because they each like you as it goes on, they're each a genius in some way. You find out like Dewey's musically genius. He
Yeah.
has a great monologue about like my genius is better than yours because it's about love and passion and whatever. Proving how much of a creepy little genius I am, and like it's about like rhythm and all this stuff. I'm like, God, I would rather fucking be good at music or something. Or
Reese ends up being like a renowned chef. Yeah.
Master Chef.
Yeah.
I remember he's like lesson 1. He's like chopping stuff. He's like a prodigy, and like Bryan Cranston's like, I think his little chop pieces are even more precise than yours. He's like talking to the teacher. That show was a great,
dude. It's so good.
Kind of like the vibe I had growing up. I was watching it and I just thought it was a regular family.
I know.
And then I got older.
It's nostalgic. It really is.
I got older. I realized it's supposed to be like a poor, like lower middle class family. I thought it was just normal as shit.
No, yeah.
And then,
I've been rewatching. It's just like such a feel good, like nostalgic, and it just reminds you of like childhood a little.
Yeah,
feels good.
Yeah, you remember Z-Chum, that fucking traitor bitch that didn't invite me to his wedding? He was talking about on Twitter. He was watching The Sopranos again, great show, and he brought up that he's like I love the decor of just like early 2000s homes, and he posted a picture of like Tony Soprano's kitchen, and you don't really think of like styles of like things that you just grow up in. You're just like, that's a kitchen. To me, it's just a kitchen, but I actually paid attention to it once he said it, because that's just the shit I grew up with, was just like that look. I don't fucking know. It looks like a fucking Olive Garden or something. It's like cream color cabinets, like you know, like a creeping vine hanging on top of the. It's not my thing, but he did say it's not flashy or anything, but it's cozy, and that's true. Like you do feel at home in a house like that for sure. It is a cozy vibe.
I have to have like a certain amount of like clutter. Like it's like it doesn't make any sense, because I'm also like, I feel overwhelmed because my desk is too cluttered. But like the house I'm in has to. My roommate and I were talking about this last night. Like has to feel like lived in, you know, and like because my mom's house was always like had so much shit everywhere, and like. Then my dad's house was like, I got to have like my figurines everywhere, and he's like a big movie nerd too and stuff, and like movie posters and stuff. And then like I go to my friend's house in a nicer part of Indy, and they have a really nice apartment, but it's so still in there.
It looks like it's
so
stage,
cold,
right?
It's like it's so
there's not enough going on.
They're like such calm, and they're like just like better people than I am, and cleaner, and their dog is like way more well behaved. And it's just like weird in there though. When you're in there for a while, I'm like, can we play some tunes or something? Like it just feels like I'm in a fucking ghost house. Even though it's like it's probably a better state of living. Like it's probably not mold or anything in there. And
mold.
I'm trying to find like pictures of my childhood, like my house, my room growing up, because it was just slammed.
Shoebox.
It was completely slammed. I had it just full up to the max with dog shit. And I'm the exact same way, where here we go. I'm still trying to fill it up. This is my room growing up, just absolutely slam packed with as much shit as possible.
Oh my God, that's sweet.
I used to do that too. Like, I'm looking at all these like video game posters that they come with the game. Like,
and the ceiling was covered. I had the ceiling.
Greatest one, nostalgic. That chick was hot.
Yeah. Oh, that's that chair. That's from my grandfather that my dog fucking ripped a hole in. Yeah.
He used it for gaming. It probably was already had a fucking like permanent fart smell to it. And shit.
Yeah.
You look greasy in that.
I was a greasy, gross little kid. Yeah. I wasn't like, I was one of those kids that didn't want to like leave my bedroom. You know, because like I was like, I don't want to fucking talk to my mom out there. So I would like just stay in my little stationary. I had packed so much shit in there that I couldn't like move from, like there was no moving room. So it was like a prison cell. I'd just like swivel on a chair or just lay on them. I just had a mattress on the floor for a long time. And yet somehow I was my most content and most happy. Probably no, I wasn't, but I did love. Those were the days when I got like Steve to lose his job and everything.
It's a good era.
See, I could see that guy.
Playing
That
Modern
dude in the
Warfare
picture.
2?
I could see him convincing a dude to lose his job.
I would just sit there. That's me
Dude.
scheming. I was like, Steve, if you could you maybe stay, call out of work again, and we'll play Modern Warfare 2 for the third day in a row. Surely they'll let you come back in. And then they fired him immediately upon returning the third day.
Oh God.
Ma'am.
Oh, is he going to TwitchCon? Did you ask him?
Dude,
No, I didn't. I did.
You said everybody. I knew it. You said everybody.
I did say everybody's showing up. I'm sorry, everybody that
Like
is like
Smash
like
Bros.
a streamer.
yeah, everybody that has like online business stuff.
Everyone that has someone that likes them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve won't be there. Logan won't be there. Oh, get some guys, nerds. I'm joking. You should see if Steve wants to. Steve's gonna be pissed when he finds out you didn't invite him to the Airbnb.
And there's only so much room.
Oh, now the room's actually
now
going
it's limited.
a little tight. Yeah. Ryan, do you want to come, or maybe we can get a couple more guys? Steve. Well, already bailed on us for the hiking trip. Like we were supposed to meet him there, and he never showed up.
Never
That
showed
was on
up.
him.
No.
We were waited at the airport for like an extra fucking 30 hours. And he never came.
Never
So
showed up. Yeah.
That's fucked
so
up.
that's on him.
By the way, have you seen like the actual TwitchCon, like what's going on at the event?
No idea. I'm
What
more
do they do?
interested in
Not good.
after parties. And
Yeah. I'm hoping it'll be more of like a hub where I just go like, I know that guy. I want to meet him.
You're gonna
I'm gonna
get
network
a
hard.
ton of people like pointing you out, Sam. You're gonna. I don't know if you enjoy that.
Dude, yeah, because like
No.
even
It's like a
Creator
hyper
Clash-
concentrated version of like
That's why I
don't
got
know.
the haircut. They won't recognize me.
with the peaky
And I'll
blinders.
I'll wear the Harry Potters, and they'll be like, "Who the heck's that guy?"
Who the fuck?
They'll know exactly who you are. They'll
No, I look totally different.
At Creator Clash, which was a smaller event, I was very shocked. Like I got recognized like 4 or 5 times. At TwitchCon, you'll get recognized probably fucking every 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You'll know them too. You'll see them coming up. They'll be in like a fucking camo jacket and they'll have a neck beard. And
I know how to like keep them at bay. I'll just carry this at all times. Yeah.
Get the fuck down, Earl.
Yeah. I'll give you guys. Someone said it's a Makarov BB gun. I'll get you guys each one because these are legal.
That's badass. No, I want one.
Yeah.
I want to shoot it.
And like anytime someone walks up, you guys will fucking grab them by the collar, put it up to their mouth, in their mouth.
No, I want to put it up to their back and say, "Don't make a scene."
Yeah.
Walking.
Okay, yeah, you put it in the guy's asshole. Brian puts it in his mouth.
You want to make these meet in the middle?
Yeah.
No? Okay, keep walking. Then. No pictures, no press. Hey, this is the general. I'm gonna turn into a crony really quick. That's what I love to be, is a crony, a little side guy. When you're there, it's gonna be so much better than Creator Clash when I got to be my own person. This time I'll finally be able to be like, yeah, boss, get him. Put him in a body bag.
You act like I'm some like leading alpha man. Like I'm gonna be walking in like, hey, flank on either side. I meant I will get one for. We'll be all 3 of us with guns. Is what I meant. I didn't mean like go get them. Go get them, boys. I didn't mean like that. No.
I prefer that. And then Stalt can be the like final boss that they have to go up against.
Well, Stalt's a big guy. I figured we'd just like he would carry us around.
All Stalt is. That's always a fun. At Zeecham's wedding, everyone's like seeing each other for the first time. I'm pleasantly surprised that it's better to get the wow, you're taller than I thought. Maybe the vice versa. But I'm also always like, why did you assume? Like Aqua, who I've known the longest out of anyone, was like, wow, you're like taller than I figured.
You told everybody you were 5'8" for like years. That's why.
I did not do that for years.
You did do that.
Yeah, you did, man.
Dude, Sam, you did that. You did that. You're like, I'm 5'4" or whatever. Like, I'll joke around with like my chat, but like I've told Aqua before how tall I am. I've been like, oh, we're like the same height. Like we've had that conversation. So when he saw me, he's like, I thought you were like 4 feet tall. Like, what? You know, if someone's that short, like you can just see it in a webcam. You can be like, that guy's little. But Stalt, I have no idea. He could be anywhere between 5 feet and 7 feet tall, and
I think he's gonna
really
look like Kingpin from the Spider-Man movies. Into the Spider-Verse.
From Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
At least he's tall though. That's
yeah,
tall
just
guy.
like a fucking
Freakishly
huge
tall.
refrigerator man.
I hope he looks like Kingpin from the Daredevil show. I hope he looks just like Vincent D'Onofrio. No hair and fucking badass.
I kind of don't want that because I do want to still
look cooler than me. Yeah, never mind.
I want to be able to have leverage over him. You can't have leverage over somebody that's like imposing in nature.
That could just like destroy you.
Yeah, I still want to be able to fucking make them flinch maybe a little bit, and it's not going to happen.
That's why you got to get the guns.
But you should bring it on the airplane. When you walk by him and
when I walk by him, I'm just gonna fucking under the arm.
Give your seat. Give your
fucking point it at him.
Just tag him once with a BB.
right in the fucking temple. I'll come in. They don't say a word if you walk in the plane, and the first thing you do looking down the aisle is crack the slide back on a gun. And then and then drape a newspaper over it, so it's just the barrel.
Oh, that'd be sweet, dude.
Or a napkin or something.
First class, you're loading the plane last. You've got plenty of time while you're walking in. As long as you're like Comfort Plus, you should be able to get in there before the air marshals. Are air marshals even like? I guess the whole point is like you don't know, but like I really doubt I've ever.
If you don't know, that means like sometimes they go first class.
The fuck's an air marshal?
It's like an air cop to prevent 9/11 too.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, they're just like not you. They look like a regular person. This is what I know from media. I don't even know if this is real. This is what movies have taught me.
Trying to scare you.
You sit by them and you go, "Are you an air marshal?" And they go, "No, I'm not." And then eventually something happens on the plane, and they go, "Freeze! I'm an air marshal." That's what always happens to the movies.
You feel betrayed, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, what? But you were dude, my friend next to me.
Ever since 9/11, they supposedly they're on every plane.
Really?
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's not like
there's so many fucking planes going all the time. That's probably like
a million air marshals. Yeah, there would be so many.
They get paid.
Yeah, I think that was like a post. Hold on, let's look it up. Is there an air marshal on every?
It's got to be like random.
If they're going to give every teacher a gun, they should give every stewardess a gun.
Yeah.
And every pilot. So they can pilots should have a shotgun. So
why don't they? Why don't instead of an air marshal and all that shit, why don't they just have a claymore at the door to the fucking, and then the stewardess comes in to give them a fucking drink or whatever. Gets a vaporized into a pink mist. Yeah.
You have a defense glass shattering grenade that you may use at any point.
It just seems like if they put an air marshal on a plane, they would be first class because they
don't put them on Spirit or Allegiant, I guess. So I probably don't see them very much.
Because the Delta or whatever, they don't give a shit. If the economy guys start getting blasted, they don't care. They want to protect the first class.
What if they're in economy and the guy in first class is the terrorist and starts like trying to kick down the door? They would be all the way back to. Is there something happening way up there? Like if you're an air marshal, you want to be in between terrorist and pilot. I would think
you would think they'd be at the exit row because they'd be ready and able to open that door if needed.
You think the terrorists would spend more money to be on first class?
By the way, I thought they were on every flight. They're on approximately 5% of flights.
Okay, so it's just random.
I was going to say, every flight seems insane.
So Stalt. I will be fucking tagging you.
Yeah, I don't
the chances of them running into a terrorist is like nothing. Yeah. Man.
I heard there's a terrorist on about 5% also, so that actually lines up pretty well.
Oh.
Or one person that causes
what if the air marshal is a terrorist? They're just basically putting a guy with a gun up onto an airplane. That
would be the long con of the century. It's like, not only am I fucking up here, I got a fucking gun they gave me. Don't give me the air marshals any ideas. Yeah, you are. I know there's no other air marshal on here. Yeah, the odds are
so tiny that there's two of us on one plane.
The one time he does it, it's like 50% air marshals. Everyone's a fucking.
This is like
fucking air marshal
a
convention.
statistical anomaly. Like every passenger is also an air marshal.
We're
It
going to
just
air
turns into
marshal
like
convention.
imagine flying that plane and all of a sudden you just hear Armageddon happen outside, like a saloon gunfight. It's
I
happening.
lock the little door and I go for a goddamn emergency landing. Instant nosedive.
I would do the opposite. I'd try to get them away from the door. I'd just climb up. Straight up.
Yeah, true.
Get them
going to
all.
space. Yeah.
Oh man.
Sound vacuum of space will make it more quiet. All the shooting.
Yeah. Are you scared of flying at all?
Are you talking to me?
No.
Or Brian?
Yeah, either of you.
Like I said, not really. Like I actually kind of like I don't know. I've done the most flights I've ever done in my life this last year. Before that, I've only flown probably 3 or 4 times in my life.
It makes
And
you
now-
feel like somebody, doesn't it?
No, dude, it does. Like I actually really love the feeling of going to the airport.
Just the airport.
Yeah,
In the air, I don't give a fuck. You're like on a big bus. But
You feel important waiting in line for an hour.
I feel
oh, no.
like
When you're on the people movers with your little luggage and everything,
Yeah, it's
and you're
fun.
like,
Yeah, that's a little-
yes,
that's-
I need
that's
to
a
get
little mini
there.
ride.
I still carry a duffel bag, so I go. I don't feel as much. But one day when I get one of those
with the
those
wheels.
luggages with 4 wheels and they go right next to you, oh my
Yeah.
god,
Oh man.
oh my god.
Why
But
you
no, I
you
love
feel
the
like
airport
a
experience.
fucking
I love getting a
CEO
little
with a little
coffee.
neck pillow,
Yeah, I love
coffee in one hand.
No, I'm never hornier or see the most amount of just like babes than at an airport or like a wedding. You know, it's
Especially if it's a
something
major
about
airport too.
major airport. It's like, am I gonna get some in this bathroom? No, never.
never.
Am I ever even gonna talk to them if they sit next to me on the plane? Probably not. But I will develop an airport crush, and if they're on my plane, I'll be like, "Oh, please sit by me." It's
Do
like
you
getting a
talk to the
lap
people
partner.
next to you?
Yeah.
I wish we could get back to those days when you used to sit down and talk. Occasionally, I still talk to them. I talked about it on the podcast once. There's these people next to me that were, oh my god, it was driving me insane because I'm like a fucking I like movies, and they were like, "What's that movie?" This isn't what it was, but like, what's that movie with like Pauly Shore and he's like in a big dome or what? I'm like, couldn't get
It's
to
like
it.
a
I'm like,
biological like dome.
Yeah, and I was like, hey guys, like, I'm not eavesdropping, but it's biodome. And they're like, ha ha ha. And then people are so awkward. Like, I don't know what it is. It should be so easy to just talk to someone. We're all people. Sometimes you give them that you start talking and then it's like a fucking brick wall. And then that really is like, okay, I'm done. And I also like listening to music.
No,
and shit
I mean,
anyway.
just like, wait, was that on the plane or just at the airport?
I was on the plane. They were sitting next
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
in the airport, that's a no talk zone. Do not
No,
fucking
I
talk to
don't
me
talk
when
to
I'm
figure
shit out.
sitting on the
I
little
never do
sling
that.
benches. Don't even look at me. I'm doing some other shit while I have internet. Do not fucking talk to me. But when we're up in the air, and I have to go, oh, I'm sorry, I'm the window seat. You have to get. I'm talking. I'm chatting.
Oh, really?
And I tell them every time. I'm like, hey,
I'm not great
here's
at airport talk.
this is when we fight over this goddamn armrest, and I'm gonna win
Oh,
because
dude.
you're a weak little woman. Is what I tell them every time.
Every time.
Every time. I'm gonna fucking snap your arm if you put it on this armrest. This is mine.
Financially
Rip your arm
destroying
off.
me, but yeah, I've kind of sworn off Allegiant or Spirit ever since like the last 2 times I
Every
flew it.
time
I've
you
had
see
like
Spirit,
the
it's like a
fattest,
World Star video.
fattest person in the middle. Well, you guys never
Whenever
fly that
you see
shit?
Spirit on fucking Twitter, it's like the
Yeah.
pilots fighting a stewardess. It's like not even the
That's what it's
people
like
on the
fucking
plane.
planes, dude. Someone would be like, "Hey, watch this." They'll go to the middle, do a fucking backflip. I'm like, what the? They're they got their little.
It's like the
hats, they're
Spirit
busking.
employees. Like you see them
the
filming out the
subway.
window. The people loading in the luggage are just fucking
Yeah.
like beating the shit out of the luggage, and they fucking
it up
shit in their
there and-
hand, throw it in there, close the door.
There's so
We'll
many
fill up the
subway,
gas tank 25%. Fuck it, whatever.
there's subway buskers doing little tricks and shit, and like walking down the aisle with their hat. I'm like, so
I
like,
love that. There's a
like-
legendary picture of this lady sitting in coach in the middle row, and she doesn't have a back to her seat. It is just it's like a park bench, and it's like, dude, you only see this shit on Spirit. Like, are you kidding me? I would at least complain.
What the crazy thing is,
That's probably like their
90% of
poster
the
image
time,
too.
it's not only way cheaper, which you'd expect, because it's like no frills. It's normally the only
no seat backs.
Yeah, you don't need all that fancy or headrest or feet room or nothing.
Seatbelt.
Yeah, no, but like it's normally the only airline that's nonstop to a destination from Indianapolis. Like it's the only one where it won't be like a fucking 3-hour layover in Atlanta or something. Like you just get to go right there, but it's like the worst 4 hours of your life. It's such a give and take. But I've now gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't care if it costs more. I'm gonna start going on a name brand. Like I'm gonna go on Delta or American Airlines or something. Get my leg room. It's still it's like I still.
What's funny is like American Airlines is still like pathetic leg room, but I've never flown Spirit. I can't imagine it
I'm like
a downgrade from American Airlines.
I'm like 80% legs still on an airplane. I am like fucked. Like I had to take what are those called? Puddle jumper cigarette fucking box to that place where Zeechum's wedding was, because no planes go there. And it was like one row on either side, and it was the most like fucking get in there and your legs are up.
I hate those because the fucking ceiling is too like my head I have to do that the whole flight. It sucks.
But you're more waist, so you get more leg room, but
I'm all torso. I got short little legs and I got a tall head.
Yeah.
Looks like mini-me sitting down.
Yeah. I'm built like Brian's D&D character. I just got long arms and a torso and little.
We could be the same height, and if we sat down next to each other, we'd look totally different. That's the funny thing. I always like look short when I'm sitting, but then I stand up and I'm like 6'8", so I look like it. I'm not, but
yeah. You just like awoke a weird little memory in my mind, and it was, was your family ever like a super social with like neighbors growing up?
I live in the woods, so no.
Okay. Well, we had these neighbors across from us that we always would like look at them out in the front yard and be like, those fucking freaks. Like they were just weird people.
Building over there.
No, they were just like, it was like they were, because from their perspective, I feel bad for them now. Like looking back, we were animals, dude. It was a single mom with
Malcolm in the middle.
2 fucking wild kids. And my brother was just constantly having like, hearing that goddamn shitty Green Day coming from the house. And like the house was always just like a mess
like
and everything.
Crackheads got a hold of a drum set and a guitar.
It looked like, it was like a trap house. And then across the street they had like they put a fountain in their front yard, which is like, come on, how fucking pretentious is that to put a fountain in your own front yard?
Dinkelberg shit, dude.
Yeah, they were Dinkelbergs for sure. They had like a perfectly manicured front lawn. These are the people that I ate their Babe Ruth that had traveled the world.
I was just about to say, this fucking candy bar. These are
the candy bar people. Yeah,
man, you are the worst.
They had a grand piano in their living room. Like, come on. And anyway, so they. I remember the dad was really tall, and they had like some issue where he needed to get driven somewhere, and they asked my mom. My mom was like, all right, fine. And so loaded him up, and I remember he was sitting in the passenger seat, and I always knew he was tall, and he was like that where his torso was so short. He was built like Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab. Like, this guy was all legs, man. And my mom had a Nissan Sentra from like 1989. And this guy was sitting in the passenger seat, and I swear to God, his fucking knees almost touched the front windshield. Like his feet were there, and then his knees went up over the dashboard.
Like a fucking grasshopper in the
he looked
car.
like a grown adult sitting in like a toy house. Like he was just so obviously uncomfortable.
Kind of car wreck, yeah, he'd probably fucking be ripped in half or something. His shins would shoot through his shoulders and pin him to the car seat.
And I just remember like I wasn't old enough to pick up on like awkward social stuff yet, but I was like, that was my wake up call. That was my introduction. I was like, these two ain't of the same type of people. These are not
I'm different here.
Yeah, they're not meshing. Why is mom and this guy struggling to just talk in any capacity? And of course, wherever we're going, it was like a 25-minute drive, so it was brutal on the way there. It was just like, oh my God. But yeah, he's the only other person I've seen that's built like you. Fucking freak.
Dude, Spectra, my internet's been out like That's another reason I haven't streamed in so long. They claim they're rebuilding lines to make things better. We pay for gigabit internet. It's been at like 100 download for the entire year. And it's been out for 3 days, and they gave us $14 back on our fucking bill of like $100 some. It's like, I can't do my job here, but I love this house, and also I get the fucking room just for all this shit. You just got it right,
dude. You just got it looking good.
And I know it's like the internet. They have a monopoly, and they can't support the amount of users they have, infrastructure wise. I want them gone. I want them taken care of.
I was hoping that Metronet, which is like a fiber optic company, would make Comcast sweat. Comcast ain't sweating, dude. Yeah. They're still treating us like shit because they're like, oh, Metronet's got like 4% of the population covered in Tallahassee. We can still treat them like shit. And I see the Metronet cars are like in my neighborhood, but not quite to my house yet. I'm calling. I'm like, fucking give me something. Give me anything, please. Just like drape a line through the woods to my house. I don't care how you do it. Just get something here. And they won't. They move at their own pace.
Sounds like a cartoon villain corporation that
does right?
It does not sound real.
I don't fucking care.
Metronet.
It's better than Comcast.
Corponet.
Yeah, Corponet. Evil Corp.
Acme, whatever. Acme.
You know what's funny is I thought Acme was like made up. Apparently, that's a real company. Yeah, there's real Acme companies.
I thought that was like fucking 1, 2, 3 fake street shit.
That was her cartoons only.
Yeah,
they're the cartoon people.
But they're the bad guys. They're from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Are they?
I don't understand. I think they're on some boxes or something. I don't know. I used to jerk off to that movie mentally. I couldn't physically come, but I loved how she looked. Oh boy, I love that rabbit fucker.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brian, and Who Framed Jessica? Yeah. Or I just said Who Framed Jessica Rabbit. What do you think I'm talking about?
He's talking about Roger Rabbit.
Yeah,
right. I'm talking about Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, Roger Rabbit was big fucking sexy erect ears.
You know, a rabbit can have sex 100 times a day.
Hey, Brian.
All right. Hey.
Why have you never seen elephants hiding in trees?
Let me guess. Because of
their.
Why do you never see elephants hiding?
Because they're fucking huge.
They're tree tusks.
Because they're really good at it.
What?
That is so fucking annoying of a joke. I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't even get it. I don't even understand. Explain it to me.
No
what?
Joke.
Is it because they have trunks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
It's just because they're really good at it. It's
all right, boil it down. We got
they're just good at it, Brian. That's why. You can't. They're good at hiding. That's why you can't see them.
Let me get one that you can actually guess, okay?
All right.
That's
you should be able to. That's like fucking doubling up on.
That's the last joke they wrote in the book, dude. They fucking ran out of ideas. Oh my lord,
man! Hey, man, how was Rome split in two?
Fucking carefully. I don't know what.
No, I'm not gonna be able to guess this one.
With a pair of Caesars.
Caesars. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let me hear another. I can guess one. I can get one.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, wait. Do you want to get a? Do you want to pick a? Here, let's pick a category here. People and things, dangerous dinos and monsters.
People and
monsters.
Dangerous dinos and monsters.
Oh my god.
That's page 25. Hold on, let me get there.
Dangerous monsters.
Yeah.
Does that include cryptids?
Hey, what are prehistoric creatures called when they sleep?
Oh.
Dino snores.
Dino snores.
I should have got that one.
There's no way in a million years you would have got that.
That's horrifying.
I just said the answer because you look like you're gonna have an aneurysm. I was like, I really want to hang out with this guy. I don't want to see him fucking brain dead. You know what one of our greatest fears is? Me and Brian talked about this. What if like one of our good friends has a stroke or just all of a sudden has a horrible brain injury, but he's still around enough
remember you.
mentally that they remember. So we just have to deal with you like being like, hey Sam, Brian, why?
Guys are such good
Why?
friends. Our biggest
Why are
fear
you-
is not
why
that
don't
he
you-
gets brain dead, but then he tries to talk to you again.
Yeah.
He still picks it up
exactly,
like
yeah.
it never
We-
fucking happened.
We would prefer he never showed up again. We would in that situation.
Yeah,
he
just
should
fucking
die
go live in a
instead.
home or something. Yeah. Don't you dare survive an aneurysm.
Don't put me through
Fucking
a
psycho.
lifetime of awkward
Wow.
situations.
Or at least have
Good to
enough
know.
like
I don't want that.
yeah. If you do
Have enough
survive that
tact
shit,
to not fucking show face.
yeah.
don't show your weird fucking crippled face ever again.
Right.
Yeah.
You and Brian talked about this.
Yeah, we
haven't
talked
like,
about
we
it
have an
for-
agreement. Like if
at
that
least-
happened to us,
fuck.
we'd
If
If it
understand.
happened to us, I would never show up again.
Would
Yeah,
Poob
we-
still have to be on the podcast if you were like a little more stupid than
Oh,
he already
okay.
is.
No, if I could, yeah, if you could still be on the podcast, I might keep you around. Yeah. What do you think about that, Poob? Poob, stop breathing into the mic. Give us an answer. Come on. We might have you on for 2 guest episodes or something like that. The joke will run its course. Yeah. Hey, what does sea monsters eat for dinner?
Don't tell me. What does sea monsters eat for dinner?
I thought somebody else was interested
Fish food. No, it's
for dinner.
what is sea monsters?
Seaweed.
Seafood.
Seafood, yeah.
Well, there's something like seafood. No, it's gonna be
Fish
like
and chips.
Fish and chips. Fucking
Jokes
God. These are
Yeah.
impossible.
seafood wouldn't have been a good answer anyway. That was a dumb thought, but like it's seafood. They eat seafood. I'm on a
Oh.
seafood diet. I see food and I eat
Oh,
it.
this one's not even good.
Oh, that's
Eh,
what
wait,
a
this
change
one's
of
this
pace.
one's
The
not
other ones
even
are
a
perfect.
joke.
These are all
This one's just
bangers.
like, hey man, a sore mummy needs a chiropractor. Like Cairo,
From
Egypt.
Cairo. Yeah.
It's the same
okay.
quality of joke as the rest of them.
Yeah,
Oh, you're saying
dude,
no, it's
it's
not
not a
set up
question,
like a
though.
joke.
Yeah, it's just like a little statement.
But I guess jokes don't always have to be questions. We don't
You
end
can-
every
I guess,
fucking
yeah.
The podcast is just filled with like like questions. Every run-on gag ends with a question.
Yeah.
This one's
It's not a joke. He doesn't have his big hammer. How's he gonna joke? He doesn't have a clown nose and a big hammer.
oh man.
Uh,
These are fucking shit. This is so bad. Oh,
Oh,
man.
grab one.
Oh, what do you call a clever monster?
Oh my God. I don't know.
a clever monster. Think harder. It's a
Not gonna.
I'm
You're
tr-
not.
I'm
gonna-
trying
a-
so
a
hard.
Frankenstein.
Are you
Frank
fucking
Guns.
kidding
It's
me?
like
That's not even-
impossible to guess.
Yeah, so you're not gonna guess this shit.
In so many other directions than
That's-
Frankenstein.
Oh man. Hey, where do baby ghosts go during the day? To day scare
ghosts, they-
sinners.
but they,
This fucking
I thought they go to hell because they weren't baptized.
I'm gonna bring this to the guy. Yeah, they go straight to hell.
Yeah, fuck them.
Unless they're Catholics like me, baby. Hell yeah. I'm gonna
Religious.
bring this to San Diego, and I'm gonna make sure that Wubby and Peanut do not invite me to any after party. I'll stop whatever little fun time they're having. Yeah.
Pour 'em a
Hey
glass of
guys, what
ginger
kind of
ale
street does
on
a
the
ghost
rocks.
like best? Please,
A
Peanut,
dead end.
Can you? Yep.
Damn!
Yeah, and then me and you will fucking.
All right, in the podcast there. Me got one. I got one.
What was it? I didn't even hear it.
A dead end.
Yeah.
Street does a ghost love.
Hey, what is it? Wait,
You've
this
read
is
that
one.
before. That's
What
why.
about Brian? Can you get this one?
No, I'll
what
never get
what
this.
did one invisible man say to the other?
Do you never?
Similar.
Let's wake
Um,
them.
Yeah, the Brian classic. I don't understand. We will immediately go to forced coitus.
Let's see.
No, it's long time no see, you idiot.
Okay,
He's never
alright.
gonna get it.
Fuck.
You didn't tell me they were Chinese, so if I would have been able to guess that.
Wait, there is one about Chinese dentist time on here, but they completely
2:30.
changed it. Yeah,
Oh,
they
let's hear their-
they
let's
were
hear
just like,
their
"What's a dentist's
redux.
favorite time?"
Yeah, no, that's 2:30.
2:30. Yeah.
They
That's like
just,
the clean version of the joke. I think that's just what a lot of people say.
you put the word
Yeah.
Chinese in front of it, and it just turns this dirty.
Well, it's funny because it's like
raunchy-
a it's like a
edgy
double.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Like
yeah,
salting
that's
your
all.
chicken.
That's all we got. And next time we start floundering, this bad boy's coming out. It's gonna save us every
next-
episode.
And
Next
6 minutes.
Patreon exclusive's gonna be we're gonna have a guest, and it's gonna be 4 hours long. So
And it's gonna be. Wait, not next month. The month after that, the patron exclusive is gonna be on a rooftop, possibly of a pretty nice Airbnb. And
so keep subscribing and keep telling your friends.
yeah.
You
There
gotta
was
pay
a
for that fucking place.
minor fear that some of you would unsubscribe from this Patreon to then subscribe to the D&D one, but I'm glad that you guys just fucking put your money where your mouth is and sign up for both.
Double
We
dipped.
haven't double dipped.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I'm
like
talking
having
about.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix
You're
and
paying
Disney.
the same amount as like a streaming service for about 6 episodes a month at that.
Yeah, this is a much better deal. Don't mention Netflix on this goddamn show ever again. Do not mention better deals,
It's like
hands down.
one Subway
Yeah, right.
sandwich a month. What, you can't afford one Subway? What are you, poor?
Dude, what if these people don't
Long a
realize
month.
that there's like streaming services out there?
Wait, what the
Wait.
fuck is Netflix?
Wait.
Google
Thousands of original programming shows out there for
Yeah,
how
old
much?
classics like Malcolm in the Middle. What the hell? I can watch that again when it's not airing on TV. What the hell?
Oh shit! How many streaming services do you have?
Holy shit.
Abby has like
I have
signed
all
up
of them.
for all of them. Yeah, she's
Yeah, I
like
don't have, like,
Paramount
Paramount.
Plus,
I think I have a free
Noggin,
Paramount.
fucking
Noggin,
HBO.
okay, that's for like
Noggins
babies.
for kids stuff.
That's for-
Yeah,
yeah.
fucking Boomerang. It's all coming back. We got everything. We're
Oh,
signed
man.
up for it all.
I've
Is
got
it
So
on-
like
is it
at
like
the
Amazon?
beginning of the month, yeah, like $4,000,
yeah.
and we
At
watch
the beginning
nothing.
of the month, I
Yeah.
get hit with so many auto subscriptions to shit I forget I have. It's like my 9/11 every month.
Yeah,
It happens
Just
every month.
worse.
You
Worse.
forget, you
Because
fucking
9/11
wipe it out of
didn't
your
cost
brain.
anyone any money. This is
Yeah, no.
worse.
You know what it did do? Put a goddamn air marshal on 5% of airplanes.
5% of airplanes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
We should
Now,
give
that
them each
makes
$1
me feel
million
safe.
for being
Yeah.
able to fly for free and do nothing.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I hope there's an air marshal on my flight so I can tell him off. And
How
I'm gonna
fucking boring do you think that job is? It's like, I haven't seen my fucking kids in so long because they got me doing these goddamn international flights or whatever.
oh god, they're putting me on a Spirit flight this month.
The
I don't know if I'll
goddamn
make
zoo
it
in
out.
there.
You know what? I would break my cover if I was on Spirit and if I was
I
an
got
air
a
marshal
fucking gun.
Yeah.
on Spirit. You're not the only guy on there with a gun. I guarantee. Join the club, bitch. Half of us are strapped.
It's like a fucking
What,
prison like outdoors time or whatever. They start getting into like
Yeah, when you go on a Spirit airline, you're
gotta
entering the
fucking-
yard. There's
Yeah.
people lifting weights in the fucking aisle,
lifting like
Gotta
chairs.
find a quick to
practicing
fit
their
in
fucking
quick.
their shiv stab on the chair behind you. Stop kicking the back of my chair. Nah, man, I'm practicing my jab.
Morally, I'm not okay with this, but the only people that'll take me are the Aryan Brotherhood. I gotta fucking shave my head before I get on the Spirit so I can get protection at least. It's for protection only, I swear.
Their fucking bathrooms don't have doors. They shower in there. Oh god.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Spirit
Poor
rules though,
people
and I
airplanes
did.
suck.
I invested a lot of money in Spirit during COVID, and they made me a lot of money. So I'm cool with Spirit.
And you can
Never
save
fly them though.
$40 on your flight.
I will never fly them. No, I sold that shit. It's gone. It's gone.
Oh, yeah.
The profits have been taken, and I lost them in Ethereum and Bitcoin like
Dude,
a
I
true
listened
goddamn
to
American.
you guys and Bizzle and all these people are like, dude, you gotta buy this shit. And then I am now like crippled.
I have like, dude, I haven't put a dime in it since it crashed, dude. And
No,
I
I haven't
should be,
since it
but-
crashed, but before it crashed, I
yeah.
like to look at my Robinhood. It's like, wow,
I was
thought
just doing a
investing was
mail
good.
time stream, and I was like kind of floundering. You know, like sometimes you start streaming, and you're like, I'm not really in the mood. You know. And I was kind of floundering, and I got a notification on my phone, and I was like, oh wait, let me check it, and it was just like Weeble was just like, Ethereum's down 7%.
Yeah,
like,
I'm like, why do you even tell me? Why do you tell me
yeah, why are you telling me that your shit's tanked?
this?
Think I
And so
don't
then
know
I'm just
that.
in a sour mood and not funny. It was just like a double whammy.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's
yeah.
We're at 2:11 now. You could edit this down to a clean 2 hour, just a solid 2 hour, right, Stomp?
Yeah, Stolt, maybe a 158.
Yeah. By the way, you might want to bleep out at the halfway point there, maybe the times where we arrive and depart of the flight that we have. Because I remember that Ice Poseidon guy. They called in like a whatchamacallit on his plane.
Bomb threat.
Bomb threat.
And there could be an air marshal. So.
There's a very small it's a very small chance.
Low chance.
5% chance that Sam will get shot in the face.
Air cough in your. I thought Sky Crime.
But there's a 95% chance I can get away with this bad boy.
I thought it was like maritime law or whatever, but Sky Crime was like fair game. Maybe it's only in countries that didn't have 9/11. I don't know.
Well, like if you're above a certain altitude, like
like you can do anything, like gamble or hookers or.
Yeah, because like, do they charge you for the state that you're over?
I don't know.
I would wait until I get to some really lax, like over Arkansas. I can start beating my wife because I'm sure they're pretty lax.
Hey, Abby,
I'm looking at the Delta thing, like because they show your flight trajectory.
Yeah.
It's like,
come on.
Like, a couple more minutes and I'm gonna fucking rock you like you would not believe. And I'm on Spirit. They're not gonna say shit.
He might join it.
I could probably tag team with the guy across the aisle.
Spirit plane?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, Spirit's pretty notorious for like they at the airport they break into other airplanes and they take a screwdriver and steal their shit out of there and they hotwire it.
Why am I tracking a flight that's not this flight? Yeah. Delta flight to fucking Hawaii right now. So. We're over the ocean. What the hell? I'm going to Ohio. What's going on here?
You know that guy Tom Scott on YouTube? He makes like great videos. Yeah. Tom Scott, he had some video on like there is a place in due to a technicality, there's a place in Yellowstone National Park that it is legal to murder someone theoretically. And it's because in the Constitution it says like you if you're found guilty of like a federal crime, which everything that happens inside of I'm gonna fuck this up, I think the technicalities of it, but anything that happens inside the jurisdiction of Yellowstone is subject to Wyoming, I believe, but a little of like if you like commit a crime or whatever there, even parts of Yellowstone that are in Idaho or Montana, you're still technically you should be tried in Wyoming. But there's some sort of bullshit about like you need like a jury of your peers within the district and state or something like that of which the crime occurred. And so nobody lives in the little section, the sliver that's in Idaho. And so if you're in that little sliver and you fucking someone in the face, you kill them, they can't pull a jury because there's no one that fucking lives there. And naturally, a judge is probably just going to be like, yeah, well, like we can't try you if we go by that. So we're just going to grab a jury. But if you literally press it, I think is the point they're trying to make. If you really make a stink about it, you could probably get the charges dropped by just saying like, the fucking Constitution says right here, you got to get a jury from the place that the crime occurred and there ain't no people here. Because there's some precedent where the guy was up in the Montana section and he got caught poaching in Yellowstone. And there's another thing about like having an impartial jury. And there's only like 250 people that live in the Montana section. And he lives there and he's like, it can't be an impartial jury. I fucking know these people. There's Frank right there. Like he knew everybody. And the judge was like, dude, I can't get an impartial jury. You know all these people. It's not possible. And then he ended up just pressing it so long they just dropped the case. Or he pled it down.
Next hiking trip there.
Yeah.
No. The guy that found out this loophole and he wrote the book on it, the publisher flew him out to Yellowstone and they were like, hey, do you want to do a photo op in the zone of death is what he calls it? And he's like, I'm not stepping foot there. You're out of your fucking mind. He's like, I'll get right up next to it, but I'm not walking into the place that I have found is legally you can do felonies out the ass and nobody's going to do anything. Yeah, it's pretty insane. So, anyways, let's maybe have a little hiking trip in the periphery, and then we can do a little scene where we go and run in it for a second and run back out.
In that 1 second, I'm like, bang, bang, bang.
We all
fucking exit camper.
It just turns into the Godfather where everybody just has Tommy guns, just lighting up the one guy in a line. But
anyway.
the next trip we're definitely not going to do a woodsy thing, an outdoorsy thing. It's going to be something badass, like some city slicker
Casino.
shit. Yeah, casino
Or
or something.
TwitchCon or something.
Casino.
Yeah, casino. I think is.
Casino hike.
But the problem with casinos is they
cost money.
I like doing that hike. It took a lot of upfront money, but once we're out there in the woods, baby, them views is
Air's free, baby. Yeah,
yeah.
Good.
Oh, that mountain air, it doesn't cost a dime, you know.
that shit water, that shit in the water, that shit's free.
Oh, that cocaine costs a lot of money, and those hookers cost even more.
Yeah, and the fuck, I would be playing like quarter slot machines and shit. Do they have anything less than that? Is there like penny slots?
No, what would the grand prize be? $5? Like
I don't care about gambling. I'm not a gambling guy.
I'm not a gambler either, but I like to see people gamble.
I want to be one of the cronies that's just like, keep rolling. You got to hit dice.
Playing craps.
But it's not my money on the line.
Gambling with Omid's fun. He's a gambling addict, and he's somehow good at it. I don't know.
We should bring him because then we can egg him on to just lose money.
Yeah, like we'll be like, guys, I really think I should quit while I'm ahead. No, do it for the content. Do it for the
no. Every champion has a valley before a mountain. You know, you're right there at the edge. You're about to break through to the other side. You should keep rolling.
Probably just about to get the grand prize. Everyone quits before the grand prize.
Just put a lien on your house, man. It's fine.
A reverse mortgage or whatever. Like it's worth it. If you're old, you're like 23 or something. Reverse mortgage is good for people like you.
But start building credit right now.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. Since we have another 2 minutes, I have a quick little anecdote that's kind of funny that I also read.
So bad. Okay, keep
you
going.
Go piss.
No,
go piss.
I'm not gonna come back
it
down once I piss. Just
it's fine. Just walk away. I'll end it while you're gone.
No, I want to hear it.
All right, the world's oldest lady. She lived to be like 120 something. She's a French lady. In the 60s, the 1960s, this guy was like, "Oh, this lady's old as shit. I'm gonna do a reverse mortgage with her, and I'll pay her like $2,000 a month or whatever. She holds onto the apartment, and on the event of her death, I will get her apartment." She happened to be the world's oldest woman, and they didn't put like a clause in there of like this can only go on for like 20 years or something like that. The guy that did the reverse mortgage died, and his family had to keep paying her. And when asked about it, she was like, in life, sometimes you make shitty deals. Like she was like, fuck that guy. And then when she died, like forever later, she gave her apartment to like the remaining family of this guy.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you bought.
What a swindle.
The like heir to that guy though, like.
Yeah, my dad was a dumbass. He ended up paying twice the value of the apartment back to her.
Oh my god!
What a swindle!
And then she took a big fat shit on all the walls before she died.
She killed herself in the building and got her blood everywhere.
Yeah. You know what's great about it is like not only did the guy die, but she left it on her own. Like she was just like, I'm tired of living by myself. She lived there till she was 110. And then she fucking moved out and went to a nursing home for 15 more years.
No one's lived that long. What the fuck? 125?
Yeah, she's no. I'm serious. Hold on. Oldest woman in history. Her name's like let's see. What's her name? She lived to 122 and 122 years, 164 days. Her name's Jean Louis Calmet. And then the oldest man is a Japanese dude. He was like 116. Damn, she's old as shit.
Jesus Christ.
Why am I on Bing? I just realized what? I'm randomly on Bing.
You're on Bing? Bro,
out of nowhere.
You have a fucking one of them extension virus things. I'm pretty sure.
Fuck. Wait, why would Microsoft do this to me?
It's not Microsoft. It's probably some random asshole that.
Oh shit.
You could also have just like easily because I think Microsoft said
No. I had something. I had something earlier where it was like I randomly just showed up on Bing, and I was like, it's always when you're doing image searches.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's not good. Yeah, I probably got some sort of virus.
Did you download any extensions recently?
I'm always downloading shit, and it's
all right.
I always got like
falling
these
out, so you downloaded some extensions.
Yeah, I think that would work.
I gotta piss.
go piss.
Go pee.
Get
This lady looks like she's wearing a mask of a person. It's so terrifying.
This is my outro.
All right, bye. Yeah, that's the end, guys.